Good evening and welcome back to Los Angeles 2120. We are Callisto 6. How's it going, everybody? How y'all discussing how we've been kind of time jumping because of these glorious, awesome pre-taped episodes. So for us, Gen Con has yet to happen, but that's coming up, and I'm super excited. So to Eric in the future, I hope Gen Con was awesome for you because right now it's looking great. Like it's looking pretty cool. As we jump into the episode tonight, we have a few things I want to get out of the way first because you guys have been nice enough to send us fan mail. We're playing catch up on that. So we're getting it done.
We don't put ketchup on your fan mail, I promise.
It's bad, especially if it's paper. Like it doesn't. It's bad. That's one snort laugh.
One snort.
Doesn't count. That totally counts.
Nope, doesn't count.
Yep. Stats. You know it
counts. Dang it.
So before we begin, and before I jump into the fan mail that I got here behind the counter, I want to point at Gina.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Point at me. Because does anyone need protecting? Because bam!
Oh, yes.
It arrived. Look at this bag.
Look how sweet that is.
So beautiful.
The detail work on that, it looks like they pulled it right out of the intro credits.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
It fits perfect. You can't see, but there's this beautiful little etching of a moth right here.
Oh, I can see it from over here.
So
That is so rad.
I love it. And I got a note. Can I read the note?
Yeah,
Can I read the note?
Read the note.
There was an off-screen note also that made me cry. It was beautiful. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But this is the on-screen one. It says, "Hi, Gina," and everyone. I'm Annie. I'm Ember or Skylar, depending on the day. Being gender fluid is fun, but you might know me as Ember, the dragon emoji writer on Twitter. Recently, a friend of mine on Twitter told me that they were making something for Sam. Naturally, this inspired me, having watched exactly 3 episodes of Minds and Crafts at the time, to make you something. Now, something you should know about me. I art about as much as Cass sits still, and my impulsiveness is about throwing a dumpster level. So, of course, I decided to make the biggest thing I could think of, and what's a captain without a shield? I hope you like it. A friend of mine drew the outline first for me because I can't freehand very well, but I built the rest. It's my first craft, and I'm very proud of it.
What?
It should be.
That's your first
This is the first craft. Look at this thing.
Okay.
It's so cool.
Hold up.
You know the thing when you first do a thing, Gina?
I know.
You know
That's
you're supposed
Gina.
to start it.
That's Gina powers.
The rules say you're supposed to start at tier 1. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Too many power shifts.
Too many powers.
Never nerf.
Amazing. And then it closes with, "I hope it protects you well in the coming seasons." Notice the S on seasons. Thank you for Luma. Ember/Skylar. P.S. The moth goes towards your elbow. I know.
Nice.
It speaks for itself because it's so beautifully made.
So rad.
We talked about it.
Wow.
I can't believe it.
And then there was a thing with art, and now there's a thing with thing.
I know.
Amazing.
First craft. I feel
First
so
craft.
inadequate in life.
I want to do a thing.
Yeah, you're terrible at everything, Bonnie.
I want to do a thing. I always read the fan mail that's not specifically addressed. This is addressed to all of us. Who would like to read this one? Raise your hand if you want to read some fan mail for
I just read one, so
I'll
someone
read.
else
Yeah,
can go.
Lisa.
Yeah,
I'm going to
okay.
bring it over to Lisa.
Hi, camera. I'm
Okay.
gonna block you.
Okay.
Nobody saw that.
Nope, they didn't.
There was a little bit of booty.
A little bit of booty. Okay. Hi, Eliza, Amy, Bonnie, Eric, Gina, Hector, and Sam. I'm apologizing in advance because my handwriting's terrible. It's not. Ever since I was introduced to Shield of Tomorrow, I've been a huge fan of the games you all play. After finishing Shield of Tomorrow, I branched out into watching other games like LA by Night, Weave, and of course, Callisto 6. I love watching each episode, and I can't wait for the next moment each one ends. I actually use watching the new episodes as a bribe to myself to deal with my procrastination when writing. Brilliant. That's very smart. I don't think I have the words to tell you how much it means to me to see everything you all put into your games. As a bisexual woman, it is especially wonderful to see the sheer amount of diversity and representation you include in your characters, your NPCs, and your world building. I'm tearing up. Thank you for the laughter, for the tears, and for giving me a place I feel I could belong without hesitation or reservation. You always belong. Always with us. Always. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. I hope I get to keep watching you all play games you clearly love for a long time to come. Happy Pride, and with love and hugs, if okay with hugs. Sam Siborski. P.S. I've sent some stickers from my favorite dice company. If you can say it on air. Can I say it on air?
I have no idea.
You can say we may saying and showing are, that's the line.
So I will flash the glitter, but not the logo.
All right.
And I will say
They're real pretty.
they are Kraken stickers.
Hope you enjoy them. Thank you so much, Sam. You're a gem, and you made me cry, but in a great way. Thank you.
Man.
Yay!
Thank you, Sam. I'm definitely going to start handing Eliza all the letters.
Make me cry.
I knew. Remember when Hector did that cruel thing where I gave him the Courtney letter tomorrow, and he's like, "Here, Eliza, read this."
That was.
She's pretty cold read. What do you want?
As cold as you guys think I can be sometimes, that was cold. I got a letter here. This is from Dragon Sanguis. And it is Cast of Callisto 6. Thank you for making a show I can cry to. Thanks for making my heart hurt. P.S. There's no such thing as too many dice. Callisto 6 lives. Ton of dice.
Oh,
Really? Is perfect timing.
Luma.
Oh,
Luma.
Cobalt. You're gonna have to give that to Xander.
Oh no, I'm gonna steal
So
his.
I'm gonna go around real quick and dash these out.
Oh, perfect.
Yay, dice.
Table, if that's cool. Or do I have a helper who wants to do Oya? So I got Oya, and then there's Luma, and then I
my
got
goodness.
There's no lacy dice because they don't have to roll.
Mark, you got to come back now, man. I've got dice for you. Kosti's got dice.
Bribery with dice. This is
Cass,
perfect timing because I lost some dice on the cruise ship.
Cass and Hops.
And I've been
Thank you.
sad. I guys still
You
have
lost your dice
but
on-
just not.
Ooh.
Now I only have 500, not a million. Just kidding. We're on our way.
Thank you.
Are they magical? Ooh, they are. Gorgeous. Yes.
It's my favorite color, purple.
I love gold. Thank you.
It matches your shirt, Amy.
Gold.
I got gold.
Ooh, yeah.
Mine look delicious. Is that a problem?
Yeah, they
Everyone,
do.
keep your eye on Dallin for the rest of the game today.
And I'll be like, well, oh, yours look like candy.
Yeah, yours is
Yeah.
like everything dice.
It's like Amy just swallowed a critical something. We don't know. Damage. Oh, these are pretty.
Oh,
these
they're
are
beautiful.
pretty.
Thank you so much. Every time y'all hashtag Callisto6 lives, every time you guys make a noise about how much you enjoy the show, it really goes a long way. And thank you so much,
Yes.
Superpunks, and to our Ox crew who have followed us here. Thank you. And thank you for these wonderful letters. I love watching these goofs
least I got it
completely
out of the
get
way.
emotional.
What
over
goofs?
their-
Zero goofs.
Zero goofs.
Zero goofs.
Lying.
You should know.
Where's Lying Cat?
We just want them to know that we just tested out the D20 dice and we both rolled natural ones, so we might not use these.
No, get it out.
Thank you for the dice.
You just met. You gotta get to know
It's
each
true.
other.
You need to
Excuse me,
buy the
little
dice
guy.
to drink before you start rolling.
Okay,
Yeah.
here, let's rub them together.
Damn.
I like to live dangerously and just roll them for the first time in a game and see how it goes.
All right. Now we're good.
You see,
Alright.
this is. It's gonna take forever to get the game started tonight.
Okay. The dice is warmed up.
Start
We're
dangling
ready.
something
We're ready.
shiny in front of all of you to get your attention.
Shiny. Hi.
See how it works.
Shiny?
I'm shiny.
You
all
are
right.
shiny. I'm excited.
You so shiny.
Sam is excited. That is our goal. We are ready to go. So let's go ahead and jump into tonight's game of Callisto 6.
There we go. This is Hakeem Sophia. It's been a lot these past 24 hours. Apparently, the one named Moonlight, who I'm beginning to realize is the former body woman for Kylan Kraus of all people, She managed to help the ones called Synapse and Duke. Those two departed shortly after, but it seems like the one called Duke might be an ally of the C6 now. Lacey was able to gain control of another drop ship, which we took to a secluded area off the cliffs of Malibu, just outside the city. It was nice getting to know everyone a little better. And Casey and I are going to need to find a way forward together. I need to keep doing my work, doing what I can to help this city. Luma staged an incredible display of illusionary power and managed to fool the Corps into thinking their home, Blue Dolphin Base, had been destroyed. After that, the Callisto 6 were able to reclaim it. It was incredible. They managed to get their home back. And now it's time for me to go back to mine. I have this power now, and I don't think I can simply be a bystander anymore. I need to do more. Lacey is teleporting me back to a safe space at my studio. I have to go. We are going to make things right again.
I just wish everyone could see like all the excited crosstalk that happens when we're at the break as everyone preps for the game. It's like, quick, we've got 30 seconds. Let's plan exactly what we're doing for the episode. All right.
We want to threaten.
All right.
So
We planned all the completely off-topic stuff. Yeah.
Off-topic.
All the unhelpful
kind
activities.
of off topic because we're starting off tonight in Blue Dolphin Base. You guys have reclaimed home.
Yes.
All the base are belong to us.
All the base and heart
back.
belong to y'alls. Let me get this going here.
Vintage.
Okay. Blue Dolphin Base still feels like home, just like you expected it would. Even though it's been trashed and searched and things have been overturned, food pantries have been torn apart looking for whatever might be hidden inside, the place has been essentially demolished by searching, by people scavenging the data banks. You've gone through the long process the past 24 hours really, of picking up shelves and putting them back where they belong, throwing away broken mugs, and replacing all of the plates where they needed to go, basically cleaning up the kitchen. Sal's been particularly helpful, loves to sweep. There's hardly any dust on the floor, loves to sweep. And has been very, very good at making sure that everything is being nicely swept into places where they do not belong and have to be picked up and put in their proper place.
Bless his heart.
It has been despite the fact that you're finding your old home in this state of disarray, it has brought to all of you a sense of familiarity, and it's brought to all of you a sense of normality that you've kind of didn't realize that once again you've been kind of moving away from. As everything gets more and more pitched, as the stakes seem to get higher and higher, as every time you have an encounter with the mechanisms of things that are moving on in corporate LA and that are threatening to bring the world down upon all of you, it always feels like you get a little further away from the people you used to be, farther away from the people that you were back in the day when you were walking out into that alley after a fire alarm was set off, before they started evacuating everybody. These little moments, you're all finding, it feels like you can be Cass again. Not somebody who can fly and bench press giant Airbuses, but as someone who just likes to attend rallies and shout down "fuck the corpse," who enjoys donuts with her best friend, and all of you are feeling that sense of remembering the first time you captured Blue Dolphin Base as you are cleaning up around here. The first time you met Sal. At one point, Luma, as you are putting back some of the items in Lacey's lab, you're putting things into cabinets to get them out of the way. You come across a slightly torn, very large yellow raincoat that's been pulled off and like thrown to the side. And as you heft it up and give it a good look, it's still in pretty decent shape.
Just needs a few stitches.
What's that?
What have they done with Anton's room?
That's what I was gonna do.
Anton's room has also been overturned and pulled apart, but all of Anton's stuff is still in there. And so it is a somber moment, like situating and moving things about. One thing that is kind of haunting is the fact that the only thing that has been untouched in Anton's room is his bed, and it's impossible not to make note that the indentation of where he slept on his pillow is still there, at the head of his bed. It is the one thing that spoils the normality. It is the one thing that kind of pours cold water on this sense of a moment with each other. A few hours ago, Kostji arrived at the base and has been helping you all clean up and has been catching up with everybody. Kostji has since learned about Anton's disappearance, and the cyborg, for all of his bravado and calm and staring death in the face, gave you the most disappointed emotion you've seen him emit upon the news that Anton is missing, which was a few moments of silence, a small nod, and then, I guess we should start cleaning up then. So for this place to be ready when Anton gets back. But there is, for those of you like Luma who are really good at reading people, the clenched jaw doesn't go unnoticed. You have, from what you have gotten to know of Kostji, Luma, as somebody who is very good at reading people, that reaction brings home to you the fact that you suspect that in his line of work, up until he met all of you, Kostji probably didn't make friends. There's obviously been a change in his life that maybe he's not aware of.
He's coming to help us clean. He's cleaning up a mess he didn't make.
Cyborg assassin, not being paid to do this. It's
He's
kind
a
of
sweetie.
It is sort of like somebody showing up at your door after having not spoken to you for a while and being like, so I heard you guys are out of milk, and you're like, what? No, we're not. Here's some milk. All right, great. Let's. It's kind of that vibe of just like looking for an excuse to check in with you guys. Is definitely how it reads. And you're also seeing Kostji interact with Sal a little bit, which is proving to be incredibly entertaining. Because Kostji seems to enjoy talking to Sal. And the only person that is, of course, exhibiting some anxiety is Dr. Patel, because she is an anxiety ball all the time these days. It seems like the more she learns, the more anxious she gets.
Her support system's not here right now.
It's been a while, a long while. And it's also been a long while, too, since she has contacted them.
Yeah.
You all know that Patel has only sent out some pings, so to speak, like quick messages to the wife to let her know that I'm okay, I'm alive, everything's fine. We'll contact you soon. But you can tell from the look in Patel's eyes, the lines on her face, the distance and the circumstances are probably wearing not only on her marriage, but on her terribly. And then amongst all of this, the eye of the storm is a very calm, very collected, very articulate Moonlight, who is just in full support mode of everyone around her. She asks very simple questions and little things that she'll approach all of you and sign, "Are you thirsty? Can I get you something?" She seems to be like moving from one person to the next, checking in all the time. We're approaching the end of the second day since you've returned to the base. So the sun has already begun to set, and the neon lights of this hazy futuristic version of Los Angeles has begun to beam out through the darkness above. Under the waters of the Pacific Ocean, offshore, near where the shores of Catalina Island were once found, you all are collecting yourselves at Blue Dolphin Base, and that is where we open. What are you doing?
I'm on Amelia Bedelia Earhart because Cass said so.
Okay.
Because Luma said that I don't have to do cleanup. I get to finally install the new tech in Amelia.
Okay.
I've been waiting for this for so long.
So is Kostji there with you? Because this is the cloak tech, right?
It is the cloak tech from Kostya. Kostya's more than welcome in Amelia anytime, and Lacey isn't subtle. Kostya can certainly know that that's what it is. He's invited or not.
Kostji is very fascinated.
As long as he doesn't backseat.
No, Kostji doesn't look like he from the experience that you've had with him as he's sitting there watching you do your work, doesn't seem to have really any opinions on engineering. More has an opinion. He has opinions on how to use the engineering.
we agree to disagree.
Well, Koshi, after about 30 minutes of like asking you questions, it starts becoming more and more clear to you that Koshi is starting to get. You get the impression Koshi's taking your temperature because he wants to find out what you can do for him. Because some of the questions start getting a little probing, like, so you can make cloaking device.
Yeah.
Can you make bullets that track?
I mean, track in what sense? Like you want a location chip in it?
Oh, not so much location chip, perhaps, like, hard to miss.
Oh, that's a lot of physics interference. Then you start to have to put a lot of mass into the bullet, and then it starts interfering with the flight path. You're gonna have a lot of trade-offs for that. Lacey's answering all of these questions entirely on the hypothetical thought exercise in which they're presented.
And Koshi keeps pushing it forward, going,
Yeah.
oh, so it can be done. And so, everything he takes is an affirmative, like, oh, so it's challenging, but it can be done.
Not without trade-offs. You would have to be willing to make those trade-offs to get the result you wanted.
And
Design.
when you say that, he raises a hand and you hear, and he's like, all about trade-offs for getting the results I want.
Sometimes, and those are very good, and other ones, it's not worthwhile.
Agreed. Some are not your choice, but not a problem either. Challenge, sure, but problem, no. Fist bumps you. The more time you've spent around Koshi, you're starting to get a bigger sense of. You start to get a bigger sense of, with this proximity, Lacey, I mean, your ability to sense technology at your level now, Koshi almost reads to you like somebody walking through one of those sci-fi looking x-ray machines. You're just aware of all of the tech down to the level of wiring inside of Koshi's fiber, like the fiber mesh that makes up the muscles in his left arm, to the metal that has been welded onto the functional parts of his skeleton that are still intact. The cybernetics is quite extensive, and you're definitely getting an idea now of how it is that he can take bullets to his chest and not really be all that. He absolutely is kind of a modern Terminator. Lots of organics.
I don't know what that means.
Lots of organics still worked in there, but lots and lots of machinery.
Yep. Yep. Like technopathically. Yep. It would be intrusive.
Right.
To,
Well, yeah,
I know because I know, but like.
But for you, at your level,
I can also set up a blur filter.
Sure.
So to speak.
Well, let me put it this way. It's not like you're seeing it. It's more like when you walk into a room and, for those of us who have a sense of smell, walking into a room and there's a stick of incense going, you know that there's a stick of incense going. For you, Lacey, with Koshi around, it's like the tech is always talking and checking in. You're aware of it even when you're not looking at it. So, big beacon of tech right next to you.
Beep, 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 beep.
What is everybody else doing?
Obsessively cooking. There's an absence of ingredients right now, as some of them have not stayed fresh, but we still have lots of spices. And
as you're cooking, you are heating up some water and pulling out some of the spices, and from behind you, you hear, Luma.
hey,
And as you turn around, Sal's holding this small crate of these agitated-looking chickens.
oh yes, the girls.
Where?
Well, is there any spare rooms?
Anton?
I don't know if he'd like. He might want that space when he comes back, Sal.
Could be funny.
You're right.
Sal moves away. The smell of your cooking starts to fill the interior of the dolphin, even with the air filters constantly moving through here.
There's like
recycling
3
the
things
air.
cooking at
Yeah.
once. It probably smells gross together. But
Yeah, it smells like.
there's cookies going.
Okay.
There's some sort of soup. And oh yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Lots.
Oh, yeah?
Lots.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You're cooking Oya? Oh my God! Luma's gone mad.
And some sort of stir fry.
Okay.
Just vegetable stir fry. Just getting everything that was like in the freezer, just dumping it in the pans.
We're making a gumbo, everybody.
Whose mom didn't do that when it was just like, oh, this is gonna expire.
Yep.
Gotta cook it now.
Gotta dump it all in.
So Luma's cooking. What else? Or what are the rest of y'all doing?
Well, I'm just gonna say it to where the first thing I'll be cleaning would be Anton's room,
Okay.
but I'm pretty fast, so I'll probably start on mine and the training center. And then was gonna go back to Anton's room, open it, and find a bunch of chickens, and be like, he's gonna hate this, but that actually is kind of funny. And take some of his like meditation books off the shelf and borrow them. I'm gonna
Okay.
return them, but I need to start, you know.
You just find some old authors in there that are responsible for starting a lot of the meditation movement in the late
Right.
20th century. Pema Chodron,
Marshmallow
Sakya
isn't cutting
Mimpam.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna look.
A little bit of Alan Watts. You start pulling some of these books off and just like stacking them up.
I'm a speed reader. I'll get it. I'll get it done.
Yeah. You find a couple of comics. Judging from the conversations that Anton had about needing to catch up and read up on some comics, there were a few that he has in here that haven't been read yet. But you do come across a couple. Most of his personal effects have been sifted through, but none of them have been thrown out.
Gonna put these back, but on the higher shelf so the chickens don't peck at them
Right.
because they look fragile.
You do come across pictures. There are Anton apparently kept a lot of pictures. There are pictures of some of them look like great candid shots of all of you in various moments of like walking around the base and going about your daily lives. They're rather sweet. Like there's a few shots of Lacey with a very serious look on their face at one of the computers with their fingers up to the temple of their head. There's one of Luma with this sort of sweet look on her face as she's looking up at Sal with that small smile that Luma gets sometimes when Sal's trying really hard to follow the conversation and present something. And there's a really interesting shot of Moonlight, who is once again standing near the window where she once looked out with Sal the moment she had been liberated from the influence of Vunkos. Getting a moment to actually look at Moonlight in this quiet moment. It is kind of interesting to see her eyes and how much is going on there, even though she looks very calm. And then inevitably you come across pictures of you and Anton. And there are numerous. There's a goofy picture he took of you holding up one of your ponytails and pointing to the white streak of hair with a big dumb smile on your face. And his hand is in frame with a thumbs up.
He's the best selfie stick.
Yeah. Lots of pictures. Memories just from the past half year alone since you had reunited.
I'm gonna take one of them
Okay.
back to my room. I'll leave the rest. I don't want to.
And slide that closed.
Yeah, I'm gonna take one of them just for me.
What's Oya up to?
Oya, after checking for the cafecito,
All accounted for, we guarantee.
Yep.
I remember. Okay,
We spent XP
All there.
for that.
I was
we
gonna
spent
say.
XP for our coffee.
We spent a lot of XP.
Someone
The
burned
coffee
XP for
is
that.
fine.
It's fine.
then I will be at first. For a little bit, I was or am in the kitchen straightening out the cafecito shelf, making it sure it's all arranged and everything. And then I in the day that has passed since last time, I've brought this rig I've been working on from home.
Okay.
I was stashing it at home until we got the base back. So now I've brought it to the base, and it is a built upon rig from my original VR rig. It just looks more intense. If you would probably recognize some of the components, but it basically has a more robust VR system, definitely more processing power, probably several more hard drives to hold more data.
Did you build a
This would be familiar to you, Cass, because you've been in Oya's room and you've seen her set up. This thing definitely looks like Oya's been installing. It looks like she's upgraded a Cadillac.
Yeah.
Like it's a nicer looking haul for sure.
And then moving it from home to this place, I obviously had to take things apart. So I'm probably in my room, re-putting this together and like screwing things back in and things.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing.
And I tried to hang out with you while you cooked, and then I tried to help, and then so then I just started volunteering, and I have been the mobile app Grubhub part of your kitchen operation.
Perfect.
Just going around to everybody, like, delivering snacks. And every time I hand you food, I'm very aggressively being like, I'm gonna take you on a real date. I promise. It's gonna be better. I'm gonna focus on you. Okay. The Oyas. That's the Oyas. Okay.
Okay, be right back.
How you doing, Oya?
Oh, thank you so much.
Remind me to rate you 5 stars. DoorDash.
This is the stir fry, probably. It's pretty good for like freezer food.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Uh-oh.
You're welcome.
Someone's making a gasp like they have an idea.
Every time you come in, I'm also I hang up the phone and bye, and then I call again. I'm just making quiet phone calls.
Okay.
At least once I do a gag where I float around the corner nose first, because I can do that now.
Oh my gosh. Like some kind of cartoon character following like the scent from the kitchen, like Snoopy or something. Just kind of like.
The coffee's ready.
Can do the whole Scooby snack sequence.
By the way,
Can I fall in love again? Because I just did.
that does take Kosti by surprise when he sees that eventually.
I just go by and like, hey, what's up?
He doesn't say anything. He just kind of, you, as he watches you float by.
She flies now.
That will save on gas.
Our transportation costs are really going to drop precipitously.
Well, that's a fairly new reality to face.
Well, yeah, not taking a lot of time in commute in Los Angeles is a fairly new reality for anybody in Los Angeles.
And I do take a lot of comfort from doing my snack delivery routine with Eliza, which reminds me of home. While you work on something that makes no sense to me, but is, I'm sure, fabulous.
And every time when you come in to see me, you definitely are getting my like in the zone mad scientist kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And the slight like manic energy. That's when I'm really excited about a project and it's going well.
I'm gonna do something new.
Oh, okay.
You guys are really. The Callisto 6 is having a moment where they're sort of finding each other again. Not that you had lost each other, but you're having this quiet moment where the bonds are strengthened once more. You're home, and you're having these moments with each other. As a result, I'm going to make a ruling here that for the rest of the session, you all have a +2 that you can put towards any roll. I'm basically calling this y'all have a heightened morale right now. So,
Hashtag blessed.
so +2 for this game session if you're in trouble, and you can spend it after the roll. So I'll let you.
Brilliant.
So you,
I have a feeling something really cray-cray is about to happen. because
maybe.
Don't
No, don't get
Nope.
No, I'm making it
generous
pretty.
rule.
That's not allowed. That's not. Bad things aren't allowed to happen. I'm planning something.
roll for
Yeah.
soup.
That always goes well.
I was gonna say.
Oh no.
I just want to say,
Shore leaf.
Oh God, I'm not becoming the Joss Whedon of RPGs, where every time you set up something nice, I just destroy it in front of you.
When did you notice that?
Together for 2.5 years.
I really wanted to see Xander and Anya get married. Anyway,
Oh, hey now, come on. Don't do that.
sorry.
I still haven't seen the whole show. Hey, what were you doing, Hops?
I wanted to say that while I was straightening up the training room, I'm gonna see Cass float by, and like just watch that again and go, and try and jump and be like, damn it! Everyone gets all the cool flying.
Yeah. So when you jump though, in your efforts to fly, Hops, you all hear the popping of electricity down the hallway.
Whoa.
Because your will to propel yourself forward almost triggers your teleport, and you hear this. And some of the papers around you blow up in this storm-like breeze and light on fire.
What's going on?
Nothing. Nothing. Oh, that made it worse.
I poked my head out. You okay, Hops?
I'm feeling a lot of power fluctuations in the system.
Everything okay?
What's going on?
I can't. There's a lot of pots. What's up?
And I just watch the
You
papers
see
burn. And I
Moonlight,
just go,
Moonlight signs to Sal, and Sal nods and goes,
Moonlight wants to know if you're okay.
everything is fine. I tried to fly.
How'd it go?
Not good. Everything's on fire. Literally.
What?
It's fine.
Run back in the room and just start smacking things.
start slapping him out.
I tried to blow it out, but that just made it
I
worse.
just poked my head out of the kitchen, look at Oya.
Oh no.
Aren't they great?
I just saw you when you walked. I
It's
don't
nice
know.
to be back home.
yeah.
Can you teach
This is a good kind of chaos.
Marshmallow.
Also, quick question.
Yeah.
Has Cass ever wanted to Are you working on meditation?
Oh.
Oh, wait.
Wow.
Favorite place?
Uh,
got the meditation book, right?
I stroll over to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay. Here are some places that I know Cass has mentioned she wants to go.
Yeah.
And then I say,
Cass, I
What
need
do I
super
say,
gross
Cass?
caffeine drink thing.
Cass, would I know of any
chaos
place
is
that you
ensuing.
have wanted to go? Sorry, I know this is
No.
metagaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's never left town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Moon.
Well,
Cass
We've
went to Moon.
been
we
there.
like take
You can
that
go
off
back
the
to
list,
the moon.
right?
Been there.
That's not. This is
Been
about.
to the moon.
Been to the moon and back.
Right. So
There
not that
isn't-
place.
You
It
literally
sounds
love-
crazy, but there's an anarchist museum in San Francisco.
Nice. San Francisco Anarchist Museum. She talks about it all the time, like seriously. And we just never have gotten up there.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So maybe like,
Anywhere, just up the road.
I mean, right? Yeah.
Perfect.
When was the last time you went to San Francisco?
Never.
Yeah. Neither has she. It's perfect.
Thank you.
but nothing's on fire.
I stroll
Shit,
over.
the kitchen is.
And that's how y'all lost Bludolph and Base. Right after you got it back. It did explode.
Only
in
we
fact.
get to burn it down. That's right. If this thing's going down, it's going down because of us.
We didn't start. Oh, yeah, we did.
Oh.
Surrounded by water.
No, wait, these were the papers that were not important, obviously. These were the papers that were important, I think.
They just have important written on them.
Yeah, important.
So, at one point through all the activity and everybody sort of realigning with each other and really reconnecting, I'm gonna say, yeah, let's do this at random actually. Let's do.
Oh, man.
Everyone roll a d6.
Oh, no.
It's not bad.
Okay.
It's not bad.
You say that.
Oh,
It's not bad.
Okay.
I'll take it. 6.
Okay.
1.
5. 3.
4.
Hops.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Did we just roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Except for 2, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
We're all
Yeah.
different.
Because there's
Well,
only
guess what?
5
We're
of
all
us.
different.
Actually,
Anton would have rolled a 2.
Yeah, Anton rolled 2.
So you're the one that spots her then. As everybody's moving about the base and doing their thing, as you're moving and situating stuff in Anton's room and moving back to your room, everyone, you can hear them talking in the kitchen, and you pause for a sec, Hops, as you start hearing it, but as you lean in, you see in the corner of her room, facing far away from the door, Patel is hunkered down in the corner crying. You can see her hands are up on her head, and she is making an honest effort to be quiet. She is, but you can see her shoulders are racked as she is in the midst of what could only be described as a hard, choking cry that she is trying desperately to not let anybody hear.
I don't want to be that person that, like, invades on her privacy. I'm going to quickly go to the kitchen, make just a little, like, mug of tea, and then slowly bring it back to her and put it kind of near her.
Dispenses hot tea. You're going to bring it into a room?
Just kind of place it kind of near her, kind of like, just to know that, like,
As you set it down,
comforting. I don't know. I'm not good at this stuff.
you kind of awkwardly set it down at the table next to her, and that's when she notices you and goes, "Oh shit!" And she just starts wiping her face and says, "Thank you. That's really nice. That smells good."
Are you all right?
I want to follow the natural instinct to say, "Yeah, I'm fine." That's such a comforting cliche, you know, and I
get
really
it.
want to indulge it, but
I've been very cliche as well lately.
No, I'm not okay, Hobbs. I'm really not okay. I'm barely holding it together.
Look, we're kind of all in that same boat. I mean, especially after Anton and losing the base and just everything. I mean, I don't know what you're personally going through, but, you know, you're not alone.
I am alone. I'm absolutely alone in this. It's all math, Hops. It's all math. You're good at math. Do the math. All of this, everything, is my fault. All of it. I unlocked C6. I did my job too well. I condemned you all. Getting involved in this, I've put this thing that we once called Fletcher within reach of its goal. Anton's missing. I haven't seen my wife or my child. We're probably gonna have to face this thing.
And you know what? Because of you, we actually might win. Because I've seen this thing, and if it ever got what it wanted in a different way, there would be no hope for anyone else. There'd be no hope for any of us. But because of you, we actually can fight. We actually stand a chance. Anton is still alive. That means he faced him and survived. So don't put this blame on you. We're all here because of you. We saved the world or the moon. I don't know. Like, you can't put the blame on you. You're not alone.
I opened Pandora's box. There would not be a fight that you had to win if it wasn't for me. And I have to live with that.
The box would have eventually been opened another way.
You relayed what the other being said. I am the only one that has been able to pull this off. So would it have eventually been somebody else? I mean, not to indulge in that kind of supposition, you just drive yourself insane, but the odds are astronomical. It's just the responsibility of unlocking reality-altering energies whose origins span to the beginning of the universe, and being the one person who succeeded in bonding it to human DNA. I have inadvertently altered the face of this world, and I have taken 6 really good people and condemned them. All of you are such wonderful people. I can't tell you what this energy will keep doing to you. The C5 energy seems intent on killing its hosts. The C6 energy, for all I know, may never stop growing inside of you. And there might come a day where I don't know. There's not enough data. There's no data that can support any of that. We are in a realm now where science is far beyond human understanding. We were not meant to be here yet. I unlocked. I am my generation's Oppenheimer. I did not want to be this person.
This isn't the only reality where we've been affected, you know?
And think about that.
Okay, so you're not alone. There are other Dr. Patels out there, right?
You're right, there are.
Something exactly. So, I'm doing the math, and it seems like there was no other way around it. If all of these realities are facing the exact same thing, and because of you, we're actually gonna stand a chance against it, then I feel like this is the only formula that works. And I feel like you, or whatever alternate reality version of you, is the reason why, I don't know, the universe is gonna actually stand a chance against this thing. So, in all honesty, I am doing the math, and I'm kind of liking the result. You're not alone. And look, if you need to run more tests, we're all here. We're all, you can get the data you need to figure out how it's changing in us or whatever.
It's the problem with that is just that the science is so new. The data is also new. It used to be 1 year ago, it was completely theoretical. A year before that, it was science fiction. I mean, I just don't know. And now we're learning about these coalescing pockets of C6 energy that's starting to form throughout the city. It's starting to really paint a picture. There's no way this is going to be contained to Los Angeles. There's just no way. Hops, there could be generations of children born in the next 10 years that can do things.
I'm gonna do a hops thing and from Anton's room and back.
She flinches as like there's papers that just explode up into the room as from the suction of you racing out of the room and racing back in.
And I'm gonna hold the comic books that were in Anton's room and be like, well, it's a good thing that we have a good team and someone here that actually knows how to control it.
She takes the comic book and looks at it for a second with a small smile on her face, and then she just says, I originally got into my field of study because I was trying to find new applications for clean energy.
I was gonna do a little spark. I'm like, it's pretty clean.
That's the thing is, imagine if we had discovered this energy source in a different way. I mean, we could have ushered in a whole new era. Humankind barely survived the early 21st century. We're only just now coming out of our technological adolescence. The numbers state that we should have probably destroyed ourselves 3 times over by now. But we've managed to pull through, and in a very twisted way, C-Day unified us. But in 10 years from now, there could be a superhero arms race. The implications of what's taken place here, even if we manage to save the world, it's just scary, because I keep thinking of my daughter, Hops, and the world that she's going to grow up into, and it's going to be because of me.
Well, then let's... Look, I'm not good at this whole, talking thing, but let's just...
No, that's fair.
Yeah,
People think because I got a doctor in front of my name that I'm somehow a good listener.
This is more of, Anton's thing, but I don't know. If you... What we do today, what the decisions that we're making right now with what we know and what you can provide for us is going to help make that world that she lives in. So let's make it a good one. I guess. I don't know. This is... here's some tea.
She looks at the tea and says, you did all right, actually. You did all right. Sometimes it's just nice to hear what you already know,
Right. And again, Worst case scenario, just blame some other alternate reality you. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Just be like, wasn't me.
I like to think that there's an alternate reality me that's been a good wife.
You are a good wife. You're doing what you have to do to protect your family. We're all doing that. We're all doing what we have to do to protect those that we love. And that's what you're doing. You kept them safe. You kept them alive.
Yeah. It's just so much easier to indulge the voice that tells you to sit down and shut up.
Yeah.
And it's really nice for someone else to make the other voice a little louder. Even if you're stating the obvious, Hops, I appreciate it. It's just nice to hear it.
All I'm saying is I would much rather someone like you discover the energy of Callisto 6 than someone like Dr. Jerome. Look what could have happened if someone like him figured it out first.
I don't understand him. He is... You know how Kylan is this smug, arrogant little prick?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Jerome... He's not as contained. Do you know what I mean? He's a little more...
Unstable.
Doesn't have as much checks and balances, right?
Oh, yeah, I get that. Remember, he killed me. Yeah, that was... I haven't gotten that.
Anyway, he's not on the agenda right now.
No, he's not. But what is today and now, and...
That reminds me, at some point, we're going to need to get everybody together and talk about those pockets of energy. If we know about them, there's no way that, Rand doesn't know about them. I'm sure she does. Kylan probably knows about them.
Right. Okay, well...
It's been really quiet from Traeger as well. I just don't trust how quiet corporate LA has been. Aside from what's happening with the base, obviously that.
Right.
But I have never gone this long without seeing Kylan Cross in the news, and that makes me nervous. No son of a bitch out there enjoys the camera more.
All right, then. Team meeting after...
Yeah, really, it's the pockets thing. I'm just...
No,
all these anxieties, just all of these things happening.
Maybe write everything down, and then
Yeah,
tonight or this afternoon or whenever...
like an action item list.
We can
down.
go over everything together and discuss things, and
Right.
please, ever don't feel like you're alone, ever. Okay? None of us blame you for anything of what happened.
I know, and that's what really bugs me. I just wish you guys would be angry at me. It would be so much easier if you guys would be angry at me.
There's nothing to be angry about. I mean, technically, Luma was the one who, so, yeah? No, okay, I'm gonna go. Make a list, and we can talk it through together, okay?
Chances are Lacey's already thought of all of this. It'll be nice to hear it
Probably.
again.
I mean, knowing Lacey, there's probably a PowerPoint already made from all this.
Good. Like I said, it's always nice to hear it twice.
Okay.
We've never used PowerPoint. PowerPoint is not.
You're not
great
alone.
Presentations.
Thanks for the tea.
You're welcome. Hey, please ignore the smoke coming from the training room.
I probably would do
Okay, thank you. Oh, and don't catch the comic books on fire. Luckily, those...
I'm,
Yeah.
believe it or not, really good at not setting things on fire.
Okay, cool. It was, again, tried to fly. It was
Sure.
bad idea.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It
As a
looked
scientist,
cool.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
I give a little jump anyway. Nope.
Little snap of electricity underneath your feet. So the evening comes to all as the sun finally sinks below the horizon, and about 9:30 rolls around. Everyone has enjoyed that respite time, that quiet time of milling about the base. Unless there's anything else, we will cut to the scene where Patel is going to enter and talk to everybody.
I'd like to do one thing.
Yeah.
So I go out into the common area that connects all of our rooms, and I say, I need a guinea pig. I need a guinea pig.
We only
Cass?
have chickens.
Oh, no. No, sweet Sal. Not that kind. It's okay. Cass?
What are we doing?
All right, come on. Actually, you're very well equipped to do this because you've done this for me before. So I bring Cass into my room.
As you move out of the room, you see Moonlight sign to Sal. I didn't know you knew what a guinea pig was. And Sal goes,
TV.
and
TV. Did you say TV?
yeah.
TV.
Sal's been watching a lot of Animal Planet.
We don't deserve him.
It's true.
But so y'all move into the next room. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I power on the rig.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, you know how I had you test out that portfolio VR system to make sure there's no bugs and stuff, or make sure like a human brain can navigate it?
Yeah.
I need you to do that for this.
Cool. Was it like a new garden?
No, it's a lot more complicated than that. Okay, so I don't know how to do this yet, but I feel like there must be a way to navigate the dimensions and the interdimensional space. And if I can build VR to make a garden or to make a hallway or a lobby that can go into different rooms, then why not make one to take me back to that place that I was with Hector, with Anton.
Who the hell is Hector?
My nickname for him
Alternate
is Hector.
dimension Anton.
Yeah, exactly. That place that I was in with Anton, there's an entryway. There must be some, and I haven't found it yet, but I'm building a rig so that when I find it, I can just connect it. So this is the front end and that's the back end, sort of.
Holy crap, we're.
It's crazy, right? Like, I don't know if it'll work.
If anyone can do it, you can.
Oh, thanks.
Do it. Okay, but like if I touch anything, am I gonna break the space thing?
It's not hooked up to the interdimensionality yet because I don't know how to do that. I don't know if that's possible. I'm working on it. But right now, this is literally just like a program that could potentially do that. So I created some other dimensions like that I made up, some ideas for dimensions. But basically, this is like the lobby area. And I designed it to kind of look like what me and Anton were in, but like nicer and less scary. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
You slide this thing on. Describe to me what Cass sees when she slides into this thing.
Okay, so she sees the world start to populate with the not like the dark, but sort of like the dark, where you as it's loading and
so less digital and more actual, looking like an alternate reality.
More like it's being digitally painted in, so you don't see the ones and zeros, but you do see like the world being painted in. And
like a 3D render kind of thing.
Yeah. You start to see it
gross
render.
detail and starts becoming
Starts
finer.
to sharpen. Things start to sharpen. Some things are uncolored in. I haven't done all the details yet.
Yeah.
And it really does look like a combination of like a hospital hallway or some type of like even like a school dorm room hallway. So it's long and there's different doors. But it has the aesthetic of the place that we were. So it has the lines on, all around, and it has that expansiveness. But the colors are a little more brighter and warmer, so that it's less jarring like it was for us. And then the doorways I did keep the doorways kind of like based off of Abuela's kitchen door.
Okay.
So they're all kind of old vintagey materials and wood.
Brass handles. And
brass
they're like
handles.
waist high. And
yeah. And so right now, there's a lot of different doors, and I haven't populated them all with different alternate universes. But let's say there's like 3 that I have started filling in with like alternate universes. And they might be old programs or old VR programs I've done.
Minecraft 21
Oh, yeah.
Cool, right?
Is this what it looked like?
Yeah, sort of. I made it a little more friendly. It was pretty scary. It was like... Well, now that we've been to space, we know what it's like to be floating in space and moving through space. But it felt like that, except you're not protected by a ship and you can't get out, and you try to move forward and you can't move forward. So you can move forward here, which is nice.
I try moving around a little. I touch one of the doors.
Okay. So you can probably feel some of the texture. You know how I am about textures. Aliza is about textures. So you can definitely feel the roughness of the door. Do you feel that? Is it?
Yeah, it's totally working.
I guess I don't need all this detail, but I can't help it.
I love having a GM as a player. I'm just gonna sit back and listen.
No, this is your best wood grain, I think. Ed.
Oh, snap, really?
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, cool. Yeah.
I open the door.
Okay. Should I just keep going?
Yeah. I am so curious.
Yes, please, keep going.
I want to know what Oya's built. Yeah.
Okay. So this first universe, has anyone seen the movie Contact?
Yes. Great movie.
And it's one of Oya's favorite classic vintage movies.
Also, Dr. Arroway, my sci-fi crush.
Oh,
all of us.
Hands down.
nice.
Yeah.
So it's like that beach. So everything is glittery, and it probably is like a pretty similar recreation of that, except it's the docks. So it's the LA Venice coastline, but it has that glittery, ephemeral feeling. And if you scoop up some sand or pebbles from the coast, it's like little teeny sparkles, just like in Contact.
Nice. Yeah. Pensacola. Yeah.
Yeah, Pensacola. So yeah, this is I called this Arrowway because Contact,
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess the idea is like we can maybe if I can make contact to where Anton is, Vunkos is this, I don't even understand what they are, but like Vunkos is this like all-seeing being thing that can go to different realms, and we might need an interface to understand what those are, or at least to jump from our world to theirs. So I think this might be a way to do that, to make our brains not go crazy. So maybe we enter this one, and as we keep walking, it connects to another dimension.
You impressed the hell out of me. I taste the sand.
Oh, I didn't put any flavor. See, this is why I bring you in here. What should that taste like? Sand?
Yeah, probably dirt. I don't know. It's so shiny, like... Could you make it like bubblegum?
I can make it anything.
Yeah.
I want to pull up, like right now, just pull up my hand rig, my mobile.
I'm laughing because I'm picturing Vunkos interacting with y'all through this and being like, I am going to destroy. You made the sand bubble gum?
He'll never see that coming.
Y'all are awesome. I totally recant everything.
All know that you taste the ground before climactic final fights.
Exactly.
We are a sci-fi.
And that's how the Callisto 6 won.
Bubblegum sand. Yeah, I just plugged that in right away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You start getting the neural stimulation, your taste buds tell you you're tasting bubblegum flavored
I
sand.
taste it too. Oh yeah.
So I go through the typical, I walk the route to see like if the borders are all working, like all our normal QA stuff. Like I don't really understand the principles behind most of it, but I know how to test my way through one of these. But this one, it's so good. I try to like walk in a circle around the sun to see if it follows me.
Oh, you should check out this other one down the hall.
All right, back out in the hallway.
Okay. So I open a door that looks like a kitchen door, like one of those swaying ones, and it's like a chrome kind of washed chrome.
The door opens, and standing in front of you is a man dressed like Oya. He has hair kind of pulled back, and he's wearing the same colored jacket. He has mocha-colored skin. He looks at you kind of confused and goes, "You're not Oya?" And then he goes, fades from your vision, just fades away.
Did you make a person?
Wait, what?
The guy! There was a guy in here!
No, I made the food truck, the funnel truck. Did you not see it? Is it not working? I check.
Play back what I just saw.
Me?
This guy! Who is this guy?
I was standing behind, I didn't see. I'm just gonna see.
You can go into the rig and actually play back.
Okay.
He looked like you!
Oh, wait, you saw Boya. You saw Ollie. Boya.
What?
You saw Ollie?
Did you program a boy you?
No.
Not that would be weird.
Wait, hold on. I reverse and I step in so I can see it.
When you step in to see it, what you perceive is a very familiar ripple of like a distorted effect that plays like the background kind of warps a little bit, like light is bending around somebody who's standing there, and you hear Ollie's voice, but it feels like it's in a distance, like he was reaching out, and however he was reaching through, Ollie was here just a moment ago and talking directly to Cass. You don't see any detail, but you can see almost like a footprint that's where he was standing, and you hear like an old radio broadcast in the distance. You're not Oya, and then
He found it. He found the program. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh my God.
yeah, actually, remind me. I don't think no one has ever seen Ollie except you, correct?
I think I've only described them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So no. Yeah. You saw him. You met him. Well, sort of.
Oh my God! Is he building it? Does he have a cast? I have so many questions.
Oh my God. Maybe he's building one too. I didn't even think of that. Okay. I want to try to. Oh God, this is scary. I haven't hooked this program up yet. I didn't think I was ready.
Are you gonna try it?
I'm gonna try just to connect this room.
Yeah,
to
do it. Hit the
Ollie's
button. Hit the
world.
button. I get a funnel cake out of the thing.
This is how mad science happens.
I'm scared.
Scared too.
I'm like legit scared.
I know.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
Don't worry, Lisa. Coming off the heels of a monologue that Patel did about opening Pandora's box, I'm sure this will be totally fine. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and make a roll.
I'm just so pleased that people who aren't me are making digital bad decisions right now.
It's nice to mix things up this late in our.
I always mix things up, Campbell.
That's true.
I just lit a room on fire, and that seems like nothing.
We're doing great. We're doing
We're
great.
doing great.
We're
everybody.
upgrading.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely not going to do it.
We're definitely not
All
going
right.
to make up.
Okay, would you like me to roll?
Find a worm.
Okay.
Do we have any extra headsets? Should we get everybody?
Yeah. Let's get everybody in here.
Oh shit.
There's probably between the two of us have a bunch of headsets.
There's an intercom.
So let's set this up.
Yeah, let's set up the part where Hops hears about, hey, everyone, let's go in the VR.
So
Yep.
y'all are in the room, the common room, and the day is winding down. Y'all are
Like,
chatting.
oh yeah, but it's a guy. Oh.
And Dr. Patel enters the room and goes, "Hey, everybody!" And right when she says that, Cass comes storming. Hey, it's Oya, but a guy.
I saw him. I met him, kind of. It was virtual, but he was there. But it was real. But she's building a thing. It's amazing. We have headsets for everyone. We gotta go. The thing that you just tried?
Oh, he's trans?
I don't think so.
I come back out. I'm like, did you tell them? Did you tell them?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I nailed it.
Okay,
She,
Let's go. Let's do it.
Wait, we get to meet other
just
us
goes,
right
wait,
now?
Wait.
What is he?
Whoa, slow down. Oya's coming out?
Wait, what? Yeah, I don't think Cass
She came in
explained it
and then said that
exactly
you were a
how.
guy?
Oh no. Okay. Well, no. There's the boy version of me in this other alter. I have not told you this. Okay.
Oh no, we know about Ollie. We know.
Oh, he built a magic computer, and we can talk to him.
Ollie.
Oh.
Boy, yeah.
How'd you meet him? In the magic computer.
He found my VR program I've been testing to connect it to the interdimensions, and I think maybe we could all just plug in now and we'll see. I'll try to connect it. But how cool would it be if Ollie also brought his C6 and we're all just standing there, we find each other.
Oh my gosh.
You can meet the Luma.
Can we do it right now?
Let's go.
Okay,
Let's try it.
I just look over at Dr.
What could go
Patel.
wrong?
As everyone rushes out of the room, she just looks at you and just goes,
After dinner.
so you all
I take Oya by
pile
the arm
around.
and I say, it's okay that you're cis. I'm going to go in the VR room now.
tear goes needed to hear
as
that.
Lacey moves away, Patel walks over to you and pats you on the arm and follows after.
I probably don't even get it. I'm like, wait, what?
Fight the sister.
Okay. How do I even wear? Like, I mean, I know how to wear them, but like,
Okay, so we're back in.
do I need to like?
You literally just put it.
Yeah,
over
I
here.
know.
I've never been in one of your rooms before. You're gonna love it.
Oh wow. So I showed Lacey some of my work before, and they had really good feedback. But yeah, this is exciting for you all to see this new program. This is the biggest thing I've ever built. It's a monster. It's a
So,
behemoth.
using some of the goggles that just slide right over the top of your eyes, you just slide these things on, and everybody except Lacey, who literally just closes their eyes
Give you a quick tickle.
and thinks a happy thought is there. Everybody forms in this room, just loads into the room. Noticeably different than all of you is Lacey. When Lacey appears in this space, Lacey looks like Lacey. Do you look like you're a persona from the dark, or do you look like Lacey?
Sure, let's say Persona from the Dark. Yeah.
If I remember correctly, the persona of your dark literally looks like the non-binary version of Lady Justice. Is that correct?
I don't know.
Do we have a description?
We have the dark veil.
Veiled and
Right, that's what it was. I was thinking blindfold.
lens flare, no matter what angle.
Right,
you're
so
looking
that
at.
you can't see the face.
Right.
So there's this luminescent, just like glow around Lacey's head.
Whoa.
The kind of, and Lacey is sort of ethereally just moving
seen
like
this
a
before.
specter.
Oh wait.
You have.
I've seen this before.
Yeah, you have.
Oh yeah, I think
Maybe
the
I
light
have
is
to.
broken.
Oh no, that's just our Lacey.
Oh, hi. Yep.
Super dope avatar.
Oh, cool.
How do I make one of those?
I just kind of thought it, and then it happened.
Oh, too much work. All right.
I'm used to changing. I'm good.
Right?
I just know Lacey looks dope.
I changed my avatar to a bear, and then I changed it back.
Do I look amazing?
You look so much more amazing. I don't know how I looked, but you look so much more amazing.
You had to wear a hat and a little bow tie.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'll get the look right next time, but it was a goof.
This is fun. We should all work on our avatars. Actually,
I'm good.
we actually might need to do that because once this is hooked up to the other dimensions, we don't know what we're gonna find or who's gonna find us. Something to think about. Sorry.
Yeah, let's go.
What a
That's
downer.
okay.
Okay.
Put that in the back burner.
Yeah.
Now I want to go meet me.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Boya! What do you think other Cass is gonna look like?
So, so we're in the room. This is the funnel cake room.
Okay.
We can double date.
But now, I'm going to reach out as if there was that door, that kitchen door, because the kitchen door is what. Oh wait, there was also the mirror. Actually, I'm gonna go back to that mirror
Okay.
memory because that was the most recent way that we contacted each other.
Okay.
So, I'm just imagining that mirror in front of me, and I start to breathe into it and concentrate, and try to find.
You hear Patel's voice go, "Whoa, Oya, you're doing something." Obviously, Patel's seeing something that the rest of you aren't back in the real world because Patel's not rigged in.
What is
is
it
she
on
in the
cameras?
room?
What's that?
What is it on the camera of the room?
Oh, is she watching on monitor?
She's watching on the monitor, but she's talking about your physical form as you are in because your power is manifesting as you're doing this.
Oh.
So so she's aware that you are now doing something and points that out basically. It's like, whoa. Everything good? Everything good?
Everything's great.
Just checking because you're doing the purple glow thing.
Everything's great.
Okay. So we're going to call this a task at cost.
Okay.
Now, this is going to be a 3-point intellect spend, but your edge will eat that, I believe.
Yes.
So, so immediately you reach out beyond your reflection into that space where perception literally bleeds into metaphor. And I'm sorry, I'm laughing because the light is catching Sam's goggle lens perfectly, and I'm getting this green laser beam like right in my face. But like you reach out, Oya, past the reflection in the mirror, and you move your perceptions beyond your expectations of physical touch, and start to perceive what waits for you behind the reflection, behind the woman you look at. And it does sort of begin to give you a sensation of falling. Not a dizzying fall, not that sickening fall, but more of like that gentle fall, like right before you leave the edge of the diving board. Like the exhilaration of leaving your body and pushing through this boundary. And as you begin to push into that mirror, the rest of you watch Oya's avatar go, and just fade from view.
What do I feel?
Is that part of the program? I don't know how this works.
Oya does not feel like she is in this room with you at all anymore.
Digitally, how?
Digitally, you can sense everybody's connection and everybody's presence through the neural link-ups into this VR. But Oya feels like she just logged out, essentially.
And that's what the log says too?
No, the log says that Oya is still here. It's almost like, think of it like this, Sam.
Yeah.
It's like Oya's ping rate just jumped off the charts, but they're still logged in.
Okay.
So it's like Oya's experiencing some intense lag, but apparently they're still logged in.
Okay.
But they're think of it like that, like they just went into the red, but they're still here.
Okay.
I touched the mirror.
Which is contradicting what you're seeing. It's like the computer is trying to understand what's happened and
Hey, you
translate.
don't always get the output from whatever it's saying in the back.
Right.
Okay.
So So here's what's slightly spooky about this is as Oya's body fades from view and you put your hand on the mirror, Oya's reflection is still in the mirror.
Whoa.
And you see on the other side of the mirror, the reflection's eyes open up. And Oya, in your world, you were on the other side of the mirror looking back into that room with Cass's hand. It looks like a pane of windowed glass. And you are looking back at Cass, who's very nervously, her avatar, looking into the reflection of the mirror. All around you is total darkness, pitch black, and just the soft blow of some kind of distant wind, but no movement. You don't feel wind moving past you at all. But this does feel like a familiar space.
I want to turn away from the mirror and see if I can see or sense Ali. Or if this is his. Yeah.
As you begin to turn away from the mirror, Oya, you begin to experience a spike of anxiety. The best way to describe it is if you were at a great height and you knew you were about to turn and look over the edge. The wind you are experiencing, you don't know how to explain it, but every fiber in your being tells you that the void is behind you. The void between worlds. This is that, think of this, is that, you know how on the moon you were in the wall between the realities? Think of this as sort of like that centimeter of space that is the loading zone that you have sort of entered into. This place where it's sort of the gateway. There's no actual fall waiting for you. It's just the infinite darkness that exists. It's not malicious. It's not evil at all. It's literally the darkness between stars. Think of it like that. And it takes you a second to summon your courage because you're about to look into infinity. And as you turn, your mind stares off into just absolute dark.
I walk.
It doesn't look like anything, but you are aware that you are experiencing it. So you all see Oya turn, this reflection of Oya turn away from you in the mirror and fade away to the point where all you see now, Cass, is your own very worried face pressed up against this mirror looking into where Oya used to be. And she's gone.
I need to send something after her.
After Oya?
Yeah.
What are you
Because
trying to
I basically, I know that I'm not getting the visual output of what the logs are telling me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have a follow-along program where the program says she is.
Okay.
Like, I want a safety rope. I want to hard code a safety rope.
The tech, as you start reaching out and looking, searching through the programs, you start, for the first time ever, Lacey, you start colliding and running into the barriers where the technology is being left behind by this transdimensional energy that Oya is using to pull herself away from reality. So it's like casting a fishing line and watching it get devoured by nothingness.
Okay, do it again.
You just keep sending out these probes to try to grasp at Oya. Every now and then you feel like you get a little bit further, like the code's trying to figure out how to penetrate. But every single time you cast it out, it's just you are meeting the shore's edge of where your powers end and Oya's powers begin. And it's frustrating. It just vanishes again and again and again.
Don't go without us, Oya, come back!
You just hear the whispers of a voice behind you. Does not feel malicious. But when you turn and look back after just taking a few steps, you see what looks like almost a mile away is the small gleaming image of a mirror that you were standing in front of just a second ago.
I keep going.
Okay. From the perspective of that mirror, if you were to see Oya would literally just disappear into the darkness. You all, including you, hear Patel's voice go, okay, I don't know what's going on in there, but everything's okay out here. Is everyone okay?
No.
Is Oya there?
Yeah, she's still here.
How are her vitals?
Her heart rate slowed a little bit. She started controlling her breathing.
Okay.
Do I need to follow her vitals?
Maybe.
I'm gonna follow her vitals.
Yeah. Maybe she knows what she's doing. Maybe she's going to get them.
Is this what?
Maybe we should just bust down this mirror. Cass?
I can't.
If I break it, well, what if she's stuck? I want to break it.
I can't do it. I can't touch it in code. The code doesn't work. The code doesn't work. The code's broken.
I just lean my head against it and think hard, and probably nothing happens, but I want to be through it.
Nothing happens. There is no response. Oya, on your side of things, you have successfully used this VR rig as a foci to astrally project yourself between worlds. And right now, even though you are walking in that darkness, you start becoming aware that you can pick a path and it will appear. You are aware that you are in that junction point. Intention will take you where you need to go. Will you be able to access it is the question. You've managed to reach the roadway. Will there be tolls? What's waiting for you? And will a certain someone smell you moving around out here? Those are all the questions that are waiting for you as you're sitting in this darkness right now.
Anton or Ollie? I'm not prepared to pull Anton out if he's trapped with Wunkos, so I'm gonna go towards Ollie.
If you can imagine this like a rotating camera shot, because it's almost like you're looking at yourself through third person for a second. As that intention begins to form in your mind, you see yourself rotating. And when the rotation completes, you're in front of a simple brick wall.
No.
It is a simple, old-looking brick wall with some burn marks on it. It looks like it could belong in any alleyway.
Touch.
You touch it immediately. The moment your fingers make contact with that texture, you begin to be aware that this has been closed to you.
No. No. Ollie. Ollie, where are you? No. I can't do. Can I push it? Can I chisel like something?
What you get the impression is, as you start, this world is metaphorical to you. It's a manifestation of intention, of concepts that's allowing you to pass through. Using that to your advantage, you concentrate on the wall and your fingers sink into it like it's cake. And as you pull it apart, there's another wall. And you pull it apart and there's another wall. And another wall, and another wall. And it's like you're tearing through foam and the wall just continues to be there. You start, go ahead and give me a straight roll on a d20 and tell me what you get. And
3. Wait. 3.
3?
Yeah.
3 total?
Yeah.
No, that's okay. That's a simple check.
Okay.
So, because you are so intrinsically integrated with these dimensional energies. So, you begin to become aware that if you can just find a place where the walls between the worlds are not quite as thick, you might be able to break through. But right here, right now, your intention is not enough to project yourself through and make contact.
Okay. I knew this was early. I can do this. I turn away from the walls and I start running back to
The mirror?
yeah.
So the intention to move to the mirror, as you turn away from the wall, the mirror just is in front of you. It is a scary thing to watch because out of the mirror, fading into view, is the rotating head of Oya. And it just spins around and looks right at you with glowing eyes. You see on the other side of the mirror, Cass pressed up against it, looking desperate.
I try to go through.
You see Oya's hands go up to the mirror, and that's when Luma, you become aware that Oya's standing next to you a few feet behind Cass.
I immediately whip her around to face Oya.
Oya's in the back of the room, somehow got past you, is in the back of the room, and reflecting like she's right in front of the mirror, and she's just got her hands up. Yeah, the manifestation of that avatar wraps around you. You don't really feel the pressure, but you know the Cass hugs very well. And then you...
Where we can't follow again.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Cass,
I'm okay.
Cass, I can't breathe. You're gonna have to let me go.
Wait, is that me?
It's Patel on the other side. You begin to realize that in the real world, you're actually standing up and you've grabbed Patel and hugged her, and she's like, "You're good. You're good. Her vitals are fine. Everybody."
Sorry.
Okay, maybe we should
Get out of here?
Unhook and
Yeah.
debrief.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll power down the program.
Everyone easily slides out, except for, what are you doing? You operate differently than everyone else. So
I have no idea what you're talking
What are you doing?
I need to know. I need to know more about what was going on with Oya.
It is curious for you, especially Lacey, because this is the first time you've been at the shore's edge of where tech meets that dimensional reality, like that warping energy of the Callisto 6.
I mean, she basically did with actual reality what I do in stuff.
Yeah.
So, that's a time. Which is actually great. I can be me, but more so. So I'll just divide my mind and have an instance of me study the code and all of that good stuff, and look like a human having human conversations about human things with the other part of me.
Okay.
So Lacey blinks back normally.
Blinks back. Anybody who's looking at Lacey, I'm gonna give this to Luma because Luma would know the telltale signs. But Lacey's got big smile on their face and is engaging with everybody, but you can see the small spark of green light in the center of their iris, indicating Lacey's in more than one place. Their power is active. So you're just like, they're doing that thing again.
This is okay. I am in the... You knew what you were doing. You know what you're doing. I have faith in my friends.
I just learned the difference between jumping off a cliff and watching someone you love jumping off a cliff, and I'm having a time with it.
I just saw it.
Sorry. I mean,
No,
it was,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that.
that was so cool, I think. Probably. Are you okay?
How did you find out?
I found out that I couldn't find Ollie, and there are these barriers. I need to get through them somehow. I kind of knew I wasn't there yet, but I
What exactly were you doing?
I
And
was-
Also, I think you may have realigned my back. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Cass hugs
it's good.
can
I've
do
been
that.
slouching a lot. What was that?
Oh, you mean the program?
it was not the
It was
Nutcracker.
a normal program.
Yeah.
You were not. Yeah.
Oh,
You were
yeah.
through the looking glass.
Yeah.
All the code.
literally.
The output looks fine. The output looks like normal.
So I have been able to contact Ali, not just contact Ali, be there with Ali. We've been able to do that together. I don't know how. It's some type of application of our specific flavor of the C6 powers.
It makes sense because you've always been the variable. Your ability to connect with other dimensions. I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, and Ali is in a different dimension, and we've been able to connect before multiple times now. But something is blocking us now. let me take a huge, wild guess and say it's Vunkos. And
So how do you make there not be spoons? Right, there is no spoon.
yeah, I think I have to do one of those like monk things and go off somewhere and meditate a lot.
What is it?
Where?
For what? What are you trying to accomplish exactly? What was the problem that you encountered in there?
I couldn't break through the walls. I would break through it, and then there would be another one right there. And it's the wall that me and Ali, there was no wall before, now there is one.
Wait, but your thing works.
So you,
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Whoa, I didn't even think really. Yeah, it works.
so you used a computer program to step between dimensions?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh, that's so interesting. And you ran into a wall. And we think it might be because
I don't know for sure, but it could
You
be.
saw Ollie though. And then
Which
he
means it
ran
must
away.
have worked on his end, and then the
Right.
wall must have come up,
Right.
right?
So,
Maybe
okay.
Ollie put it up.
To protect us.
Oh, like a do not go.
Maybe.
maybe
That makes me really worried
Wasn't
about
Ollie
him.
not doing the moon thing?
Yeah.
Isn't that where they... Maybe Ollie's world is...
Messed up. Maybe Ali doesn't trust us anymore. No.
Why didn't
wait.
Ollie recognize you? Doesn't he have a cast?
Yeah.
Well, he just said
Maybe
you're
this
not
cast-
Oya. Maybe.
He was expecting to find me.
I mean,
Yeah.
that-
Well, maybe they've been encountering bad us and he put up the wall.
Oh my gosh, you guys! Honestly,
this is way too much.
with infinite dimensions, we can speculate until our heads explode. We
Yeah.
can't go down that road because we will just go crazy.
Is that a thing, or our head's gonna explode?
Okay, so what do you need? This is an engineering problem. What do you need?
Can you do it again and find Anton? Do you think we could use it to find Anton?
We're not ready for that.
I think, yeah, exactly. I think I could, but I don't think we're ready.
Look, I just want to put this out there. I wasn't on the moon, so I didn't see what y'all saw, but everything you've told me tells me that the version of Vunkos that lives and exists between the dimensional realities is not the one we want to encounter. We want to encounter the one that still hasn't managed to get their shit together in this world, right?
Yeah.
But then, does that give us Anton back? That's the question. I think the bigger question here is, just to try to focus this conversation a little bit. You ran into a wall, and that's new.
Yeah.
But Ollie tried to contact, and you saw Ollie.
Moments before.
So maybe it's possible that Ollie put up the wall,
Yeah.
or it's possible the wall was put up. We don't know. Those are the two possibilities.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know.
What can we do to get through that wall?
It's not that kind of wall, Cass.
Is there a way we can strengthen your whatever it is you're doing?
So way you can bring us with you next time.
Well, yeah, that's what the program is supposed to do when it's fully hooked up.
But the program is just a
It's beta.
tuning fork for you.
It's like barely beta.
There is an
It's
insight
really
check to be
good.
made here if anybody wants to make it.
I will like to.
It's a 3-point intellect
Yep,
spend.
there's stuff. I just... Yep.
Oh, so not a roll.
Do I have to roll?
No, it's a 3-point
okay.
intellect
Okay,
spend to
Then
gain
I will
one
take
special
toll
piece of knowledge.
For the insight. Anyone else?
I mean,
Is there more than one?
I don't think
I would get it, but I
No,
don't
only one
understand.
player has to do
Then
it.
I'll.
I don't think my character would have any.
Only one player has to do it.
Kind of shit anyway.
Okay, so offered the insight, you've gained it, so I give you one piece of special knowledge.
Okay.
And this is to help take some of the information that may have flown past you because there was a lot happening just now and sort of help you piece it together. This is Oya literally having a moment of aha. So specifically described to you was that you need to find a place where the dimensional energies are
that's
stronger.
Isn't as strong, you said?
Where the walls are weakened.
Okay.
Where you can use the space to project yourself with a stronger signal, so to speak.
Yeah, once we have that knowledge.
Do we have to go back to the moon?
Well, we found places.
Hack Jerome
Oh.
Blair's notes.
What?
Jerome Blair knew about the knots.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably where worlds are weak, so we should hack his notes.
we should go
and find out what he knows.
and find out where those places will be or are.
Exactly.
And we already kind of created one We've created them before, where we can feel that interdimensional worm
Like on
whistling
the bus?
on the bus. So maybe we can recreate that here.
If we
when we're
do
in the
that
program.
at a place according to the notes,
Yeah.
maybe that's enough.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then punches Boone with a space worm.
Yeah.
I understood that part.
So the plan is to find one of these these coalesced knots of C6 energy that has manifested since the explosion happened months ago, and use that as sort of a nexus point to drive you through the walls of realities to make contact with an alternate version of you.
Yeah. And I'm wondering if Ali already figured that out, or
Well, remember, it's possible they may not be having this problem in their reality. They may have. I mean, it's.
Maybe they all have moon problems.
We've also started encountering the real possibility that our reality is the key to everything, judging from what you guys have told me.
That seems so narcissistic.
yeah.
Well, I mean,
I mean, in like, we don't know the order of magnitude of infinity we're working on here, but like,
well, choose a point in
What is
infinity and you
special?
still have a point in infinity. But it's a point.
I'll let you be special. You're the specialist Luma.
You're still in my universe. Gotta deal with it. You're special too.
Yes, specialist Luma.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, we have a plan. But I do think in the meantime, we have a lot of work to do. I gotta get this system up and running so we can like actually do what we want it to do and need it to do.
Yeah, it's wild that we're talking about doing this. I was actually hoping to talk to y'all about these nexus points tonight.
Oh. That's perfect.
But it sounds like I guess we're gonna go check one out, which is kind of what I wanted to do. Listen, I just want to put this out there. If we go and do this, it's possible we get seen. And I don't mean by, the corpse. I mean by, him, them, the entity that
Yeah.
I keep wanting to call Fletcher, but that just doesn't make sense anymore.
Guys, how do omelets work?
Omelets?
You break shit. And then cook it.
So okay, yes,
we're
we'll
making
break
omelet?
Boone Cost and eat him.
Is this
I like
metaphorical
this.
or real? Because I could really use an omelet.
You're still hungry?
Yeah.
I've still got so much food.
Okay.
Are there still cookies?
Go check your room.
Turtle.
This raw display of power as Lacey just portals in.
There's so many!
Your room is in pristine, exact functional order, the way you exactly like it. Things are labeled, and there is a mountain of exactly the number of cookies that are piled on your table right now.
Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. This is perfect. This is perfect.
Patel just shaking her head, just staring in awe at this raw display of power as you just teleport for cookies.
Teleport for cookies.
It's a future
Name me a
thank you.
Hashtag teleport for cookies.
We break.
What's that? It is 2 minutes still. So, unless there's anything else, we can actually, we can go on. We can actually start a break a little bit early tonight. So why don't we do that? Why don't we go ahead and just take our quick 10 minutes? Because that'll give you all some time to form together where I can't hear you and decide what you want to do next, how you want to approach this. For you guys, go take a bathroom break and grab some snacks. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in just a sec. Welcome back, everybody. You're back just in time, but sadly missed Sam shouting butts at me. However, I promise you, it was good. It was good.
How dare you accuse me?
I didn't hear anything.
I'm not sure that happened.
I just remember the old days.
Mix it up.
The old days. Oh, I was going to tell you at the top of the episode when you brought up Minds and Crafts.
Yeah.
I opened my I have all my board games in a closet at home, and when I opened the closet yesterday, staring back at me was my little Cookie Monster puppet, because I used to be the Cookie Monster on. Yeah. It was really funny. I was like, oh, dude. Yep. A fan sent that in for us.
I miss cookie time.
Well, now we have in character cookie time, which
We
I'm
do.
also super digging, and
It's
that's
true.
literally where my character is right now.
So on that note, let's go jump back in because y'all are starting the makings of some interdimensional heist shenanigans, rescue op stuff.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit over there and let you.
Nope, you're part of this.
I know that, but I'm gonna be useless.
A little bit of it's starting to have that sort of save the cheerleader, save the world kind of vibe.
I 100%
Anton is a
believe with
cheerleader.
perfect belief that Anton was a cheerleader.
Yep. I mean, that makes sense.
Can you imagine
Hector
the
Navarro
living
is
he
our
could make as a
cheerleader.
cheerleader now, though? Being Stretchy Boy? Like,
Oh,
damn.
yeah.
Like, the Olympics have got it coming. Like, damn. Mm-hmm. Speaking of Olympics,
Good. That means
oh man,
cheerleading is
I just want to see the Olympics with this team now. Like, I want to see the cast weightlifting. We all want to see it. Luma really wants to see it from the expression on Gina's face.
That'd be amazing.
I'll join the track.
Yeah.
Or speed skating. Ooh. You would just fly. Both.
Yeah.
Do both.
Why not both?
Why not?
Why not both?
Tacos and burritos. Right? Is that the gift? Okay.
No.
I don't know.
No.
No.
Funnel cakes and
Oh, that's what it is. Hard tacos and oh, okay.
Oh, that's
Tacos.
We were playing a
I think I'm
game,
hungry.
right?
I think we're here to.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I think we're all hungry. We're talking about food.
All right, so let's jump back into the game. So yes, where we left off, y'all had just had the discussion about finding one of these focal points that is theoretically beginning to form around the city. In the next week, apparently are going to start manifesting in certain places. According to Dr. Jerome Blair's claims that there are going to be nexus points forming, like the Callisto energy is coalescing in certain spots of the city.
Like a cesspool.
Kind of, yeah.
Can we? Look. A lot of this stuff is real over my head. But are those places where we can harvest the energy to stabilize everybody? Is that a
Wow,
thing?
I hadn't even thought of that.
That's a Moonlight question.
That's a Moonlight question. And with that, she just turns and looks, and Moonlight has been standing here watching everything, and she doesn't really react. She kind of looks at the floor for a moment and shakes her head and looks back up and signs, I really don't know. I'm still learning how to do all of this. But I was able to help Duke, and I was able to help Snaps. So maybe, I mean, testing the boundaries of what I can do, that's how you can fly now, right, Cass? I can test my boundaries,
Hop.
see what I can do.
Just try it.
Still try.
We know there's at least one more out there, right?
Maris.
One more what? You, Patel.
Is Globby
Yeah, the
guy?
yeah.
We need to
Jelly
help
baby.
Snaps and Duke find him.
Wait, there's another one?
But he,
Yeah.
Oh my god, the
Yeah.
slime guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh my god, I
he
completely
doesn't
forgot
keep
about
a phone
him.
on him.
Also, Dr. Shithead. If we wanted to.
Well, we know where he is
Yeah.
and how to, talk to him.
It seems like it would be hard to move around and not be noticed if you were made out of gelatinous slime.
I mean, unless it has density altering properties that affected the way light bounced, and so you could kind of do a pseudo
Like change of pigments almost, kind of.
Yeah. I mean,
Sort of like
density,
rudimentary,
get-
like basic bitch Luma style stuff where you're just not able to
I mean,
fully
just
shape
like
shift.
super diet Luma, yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit, but not with like chromatophore. Yeah. I guess if he can't cloak, he'd be really easy to find on a search algorithm on cameras around the city.
Yeah, let's look for him.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, yes. If he's, I didn't even know he existed. I've never seen him before, and I didn't know about Duke either.
Yeah. That presumably means that Blair had a source of C5. Or Rand did, and Blair had access to it through her.
Can you look for him? Surveillance?
Yes. Yes.
So what's everyone doing?
Are you looking for that?
Yeah.
Waiting.
And thusly you go?
Yeah.
So what exactly
I'm very
are you doing?
brand like I'm going now.
Are you, because so part of you is still in the VR set. What are you doing with that?
I think we all took them off and powered down.
But Lacey's still
Oh, that's right.
projecting
Yeah, I have
their
half of me.
consciousness.
in there.
So let's say
but
I left
I
this program
think-
up for you.
I mean, I can always distantly activate it, the actual tech part of it. My intuition was that it didn't have any inherent interest, and I was kind of hanging around there for flavor. However, if that instance of Lacey is sniffing cool things, then I don't do that.
Okay.
It's basically like, if you look around an empty room, is there something interesting?
No.
Right.
Yeah.
So I can, mostly that.
So the other-
Which is good, because that means I can split again, reintegrate and split again so more of me can look for all of the things.
There's no point in rolling.
Cool.
Because the moment you start searching for any indication of a slime guy of any kind,
Oh boy.
the first thing that pops up is a news report
Oh boy.
where you see a crowd gathered around this translucent green looking again in that dark suit that looks like Anton's, like a darker version of Anton's suit. And you see again the facial features and expressions almost like that is the way I like to try to describe it is like the Iceman CGI used in the X-Men movies, where you can see the face moving but it's translucent. You see he is standing in front of a news reporter who's interviewing him and a crowd behind him cheering, and so you catch this news report. This was only, by the way, about 4 hours ago, as the sun was coming down on the daily news. And this reporter is just going, and so how long have you been like this? Oh, I don't know. I don't have much of a memory, but I do know that you are going to see something pretty amazing. And for everybody who doesn't know yet, I'm gonna jump! And everyone starts screaming, yes! Shouting. And at that point, you begin to realize this camera, they're on top of a building. And he turns back and goes, and I am going to fall 90 floors. And if you want to sponsor me, then I don't really have any social media, but I'll get back up. And if you want to interview me after that, that would be cool. And then we can talk. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do this! And he shouts to the crowd again, and everyone starts screaming.
This is a live feed?
This was a live feed 3.5 hours ago.
Okay.
Can you get him?
It's the moment I could have.
Oh, is it past?
It's 3
This
hours
was 3.5
ago.
hours ago. Y'all have been like,
I know.
you're watching the past broadcast.
I know.
what's up?
I wanted
You
this.
see a hover car of a police swinging by the top of the roof, and you hear one of these police officers telling everyone they have to clear off the roof immediately. And the reporter looks back at the camera and goes, well, it looks like he's actually going to do this, and we're really not in a position to stop him. Oh my God. And this reporter, he leans back as you just see splat, 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 as he runs right past the camera. And the camera just swerves as you watch this police car kind of bank to the right to get out of the way as Slime Boy hurls himself off of this building and just vanishes below the horizon of the skyline of Los Angeles.
Continuing footage.
And there are some screams of alarm and some cheers of encouragement. And then there's a dizzying moment where the camera moves over and you hear conversations between the reporter and the cameraman going, you got me? You got me? I got you. I got you. And he leans over and you see the horrifying image of this young man falling from a 90-story building. He's managed to literally like twist his body to face back up, and he's going, yeah, as he's falling all the way down as the camera zooms in on him.
This kid.
A few seconds later, you see the destruction of his body smashing into a parked car, folding the front half of it completely down like a bad sandwich fold, glass shattering in every direction as the car is lifted up off the ground, and he splats. Like green goo detonates on the floor.
Fascinating. Because it doesn't diffuse immediately. Like liquid, like if you dropped hair gel. Because it bent the car.
And
Oh,
then-
the physics. Oh, I'm just looking at the tell like, oh, they're
But Tell's looking at him like going,
I know.
oh my God, he's a child. He's a goddamn child.
Yeah.
And you start
you met
watching
too?
use the super zoom high def lens starts, you see him coalescing in this suit and it just reforms And again, the thumbs
yeah,
up.
girls. Oh, yeah,
And you
Mom.
can hear off in the distance with these hyper mics from this 90 floor, he's giving thumbs up, and you can vaguely hear someone shouting, "That's my fucking car!"
Okay, well,
This has been posted all over the internet.
I like
This guy is everywhere right now.
Okay. Cool. That
teach
gets
a
us a
kid
3
like
hours
this.
ago point, and you can, and hopefully I can follow from traffic camera to traffic camera. 3 hours.
Oh, yeah. So what you find is the police gave chase. And he literally ran towards a storm drain and
Yep. Cool.
they
Amazing.
inside the underground camera network that you're actually able to follow through some of the electrical lines. You catch a few glimpses of him, and then he banks around a corner into an older portion of downtown LA where there's really no camera network and vanishes.
Okay.
And this
He's
is
just gonna be
replaying
an
again.
icon all on his own.
And the demented part about this whole thing, Lacey, as he's running down the corner, he is almost incapable of making the steps because his laughter is so hysterical that he's having trouble walking. Like he's grabbing his stomach as if he had a respiratory system to try to take care of. And he's stumbling down the hall, laughing his ass off before he vanishes into one of these corridors.
Oh my god.
Cool.
Who can make me a T-shirt of this guy?
Me.
I mean,
All right.
I hit a button and make a shirt on me right now.
Yes.
Oh, hey.
what does it look like? What does your shirt look like?
It is the mid jump, and then just a streak of green, and then the.
Where he's at.
He is playing pinball at Diversions.
Do you know a place called Diversions? Snaps. I've been in a fucking case for the past 10 years. Do you know where Diversions is?
I sent a pin drop with the location.
Lacey said they sent a pin drop.
I know how to do my job.
Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay, yeah, we got it.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for letting us know where he's at. That was really nice.
Thank you for helping us out. Tell Duke that the next time we need to punch lots of corpse, we'll let her know and she can come punch them with us. I think we promised that, probably.
Hey, what? Lacey said that the next time, if they want to go beat the shit out of the corpse, that you're invited to come along. Usually the silence means yes, so that's, yeah. Thanks, Lacey.
And you're always welcome, Snaps.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I have to admit, it is a little fun. It's got a fun quality to it. And anything I can do to ruin Big Daddy's day is okay by me. Is Patel there?
What does Patel look like right now?
Patel is in the middle of walking back and forth looking at papers going, does he lose body mass when he forms 2 more arms? And like, how, I mean, his neural pathways must be off the fucking charts to be able to manipulate like that.
But how could
But he doesn't have any neural pathways. He's
electrostimulus into muscle cells that don't exist.
Callisto 6
I'm
makes
sorry,
no
Snaps.
sense.
Tell me.
It makes no sense.
Dr. Patel is working out some stuff about Maris right now, partially in the sense of figuring out some stuff about Maris, partially in like she's working some stuff out.
Yeah, that follows.
Yeah,
That sounds about right.
I think it's a theme.
Well, when she finds out you talk to me, she's gonna ask. So just let her know I'm okay.
I will.
All right. I'm gonna go play some pinball.
Watch out for heat constraints on the machinery.
Yeah.
Have
Are you still fucking talking? I'm gonna get off the phone.
Hey, fuck you, Duke.
Oh, hey, Lacey says fuck you.
Well, tell her I said fuck you too.
Oh,
I also says fuck you.
hey,
Lots of fucks all around.
I'm not kidding.
I mean,
You're
we
all
all
saying
said
fuck
We are
you.
giving so many fucks.
They're cross-talking. Everyone is saying "fuck you" so much right now. All of them, every single one of them. All right. Well, she's smiling, but she's not saying anything. So.
Okay, bye.
All right. Bye.
Snap says hi.
Nice.
I think the whole conversation was up where you could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you just get off the phone with Snaps?
He's doing well.
Okay. She goes back to her notes.
So we're finding a squishy place in the world.
Yes.
Cool. How do we do that?
Well, Patel.
Well, I need access to Blair's notes. We have those, right? Do we have those?
I know nothing about his facility. Oh,
Well,
do I have to call on the phone again? Don't make me call on.
no,
The Snaps is really nice.
it's entirely possible. I mean,
Can I just do a really high level hack instead of calling someone on the phone?
well, you wouldn't have to be honest.
I will hack the entire
I have
world.
this, and she goes into the next room and comes back, and she puts down that very familiar briefcase and just she unclaps it, and she goes, "Okay, so I was able to use this with Shihan. It's actually easier to use this for ambient energy than it would be trying to detect it inside the cells of a living human being. I could alter this to make it sort of a detection device, but it is going to be a lot like walking around with a metal detector.
How fast can you move?
Fast.
You're going to have to concentrate because you could possibly short this thing out.
Okay.
Al- Also, give it some time. If you're going to move from place to place, give it a few seconds to process where you're at and then move. If you move too fast all over the city, it won't have time to know where you were.
Right.
Because, Hops, you are really fast.
Well, if I focus most of the speed just in my legs, I could just maybe, or the lightning or whatever. I don't
Can you
really know how it works.
You're the
Can we
crunching of a
insulate it?
potato chip from the corner, and you just see Kochichi go, I could fly overhead.
Oh, shit. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Invisible car. Makes
forgot
less
you were
noise
here.
than Amelia Bedelia Earhart.
Yes.
Because Cass said so. See what I did? I listen.
Look, I'm glad you're here, but why are you here? Just wondering. You don't have any people to assassinate or something?
He holds up the chips and he says, they're barbecue with ridges.
Ooh.
Freelance life is feast and famine.
Nice.
All the time.
Feast in the kitchen.
Oh, I know the
Go
freelance
for
life.
snacks.
In honesty, I could have retired long time ago.
Well, I'm glad you're here. I was just wondering.
Okay, so you find the thing. Call us.
Does someone want to come with, or
We all go?
car can't carry everyone?
We could fit most of us in the car, and then I don't mind. I
mean, I can
taking
just
a
go.
stroll. Exactly. We could just go.
Gus, you could fly behind.
Oh, Amelia Bedelia.
Makes noise, but if we're not worried about being seen or heard, then
No, I really like the silent weather balloon strategy. It sounds really cool. I can always just stay back, and then if I catch something that I need to know about, I can be there.
I think I'll stay back too. Work on my rig and other stuff.
You okay?
No, yeah, we'll go. We'll go.
well, this
go.
this sounds like a good plan. And Patel pipes up and says, "Let's do this tomorrow morning, though, because it's 11:45 at night, and
Oh, right.
we have been terrible at getting sleep."
Yeah.
Yeah, guilty. All right.
It's even better at night. It works better at night. The whole thing works better
So
at
let's
night.
reconvene tomorrow. Why don't we say, if you guys are okay with it, like around 10 a.m., unless y'all want to do.
What about 11? What about 11? Just sleep in, make sure we get enough sleep.
I mean, I'm okay with 11 if you guys
Awesome.
want to do that.
Thank you.
Okay.
11.
Sure, 11. Why so late? I don't know. Why?
That's early.
Some people are morning people, some people are night owls, some people...
Don't sleep at
it.
all.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go to bed. I have the hat. Just stating fact.
Katsuchi says, I sleep on couch.
Perfect.
Good. He pulls out a gun and immediately the clip falls out, slides into his hand, and he walks over and lifts up his arm, and you just see this this Velcro pouch just come down, and he pulls out a gun cleaner and starts immediately. This is this simple looking handgun that he used to get a headshot on one of those mutant creatures from about 100 feet away. And he just immediately starts scrubbing it.
Need any tools? I have metric wrenches.
I am a wrench.
I am a wrench.
And he smirks at you and goes back. Is my attempt at tough talk is good, right?
I thought the tough ones were like hammers or nails. I think there's a screw joke in there somewhere, but I can't find it.
We'll find it.
Okay. Oh. Did we just find it? Okay.
I think that was it.
I think I'm going now.
He goes back to cleaning the gun.
I don't want to witness this.
Do whatever you want with your tool.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about all of you, but I'm tired. Cass, you want to walk me home?
I lift you into the air.
Perfect. When we get out of earshot of them, I want to just stop you for a sec and just. Are you okay?
Oh, man, I kind of lost it, huh?
Well, no, I. Can I be honest?
Yes.
Perfect. Look, I saw how
Ominous.
panicked you were, and believe me, you can tell me anything because I have been going through that this whole last few months with Lacey about just being terrified at how amazing and
They just go, and you don't know if they're
just
ever coming
go,
back, and you don't know what they're
and
doing, and you
yes.
don't know if they're safe.
no, and they just glow, and then all of a sudden they're gone, and you don't know if they're ever gonna come back. So,
And Oya and Anton were just gone,
yeah.
and then only she came back, and I can't have that again. Don't go anywhere, okay?
No, I'm a stand by the side kind of gal. But I know what it feels like, and I'm telling you, I'm a little further along in the letting go of letting them be who they are, and trusting that they know what they're doing. And also, well, I have a little bit of a surprise, and I felt weird doing it now, but I kind of figured there's no other time.
Yeah.
So, come with me. It's time for a real date. And I open my door, and there is a feast laid out in my room.
When did you do this?
I have been literally cooking all day.
But
It's kind of great. You're not very specific observant. You're just general observant. So I can do a lot of planning around you, literally in front of you, for you. It's kind of amazing.
Why?
You're just really focused on everyone. It's kind of great.
You did this for me?
Oh, there's more. But come on. All right, you sit here. Eat some food.
I try to fancy myself up.
So good. Okay, right. So, this is a dinner and a show. And you see me start to glow, and then it shatters off, and in front of us is a lit marionette show. I talked to Charlie. He said that this was your favorite from when you were young, and it's a little dinosaur, and its spikes down its back are rainbow. And he sent me some pictures, and I thought that one looked most like me, and it's a little bug that just starts creeping into frame on strings. And they start floating. And then there's a riot, and the dinosaur runs away off into it. And the bug flies after. Eat, quick.
I completely dropped everything. How are you doing this?
I mean, if we're gonna be special.
There's no one in the universe remotely in your league.
I could argue that a little.
I love you so much.
I love you. There's more. I'm sorry, I went a little extra. I've been really planning this date for a long time. Are you full? I know it. We just started. I'm just...
Handfuls just jamming it.
It's really good. This is the best part. There's space around them now. You can touch it. It just sort of tingles.
They're better than they were. I cup the bug.
The strings flop.
There's so many wishes I didn't know I made. I can't give you anything this good.
Babe. I feel so safe. Anytime I feel like I'm losing it, which is often, you can't tell. I sometimes forget to let people see me. I try to be what they need, and you remind me to be myself. Unabashedly. Even if you think it is an ugly part of you.
There are no ugly parts of you. The shiny stuff is great, but it's in you.
I want to take you somewhere. You're perfectly dressed for it, don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. Sub-vocal. Now. And inside the marionette, a big portal opens in the middle of it as it evaporates.
Are you doing that?
I had some help. I called in a favor, hence the cookies.
Where are we going?
We gotta go quick.
Okay.
And we leap through. And
Of all the times for Cass not to be impulsive.
look around. And we are in the darkened lobby of the Anarchists Museum. We're not gonna be seen on any cameras. We can run amok. I asked, I had a lot of help. A lot of people love you.
Holy shit!
We can be here all night. I just gotta call Lacey when we're done.
I grab your hand and I run towards a room that I know is in here that I've never seen, which is literally just full of windows you can break.
What?
It's that kind of anarchist. You're doing
Yeah.
I know it's a weird thing, but they tried to make.
Are you kidding? Destruction just for destruction's sake, and nobody's lives are in danger or in need of us right now?
It's like this anti-museum thing, and it's here, watch.
Wait! Oh! I put up my shield. Throw me.
Yeah. Oh, are you okay?
I'm good.
Violent destruction as y'all giggle and smash this room to oblivion.
it's kind of a rush, right? Hi.
Cut to black.
Yeah.
Because
We have till 11.
as the adrenaline begins to, after smashing this room to pieces, leaving picture frames and glass
lying on the
like
ground.
all over the floor, you just kind of kick some space on the ground, kind of aside, just kind of making eye contact for a second, and then there's a long moment of silence. Lacey, you do not hear back from Luma for a while. Sunrise
Because the moon is
over
happening
Los
then.
Angeles 2120. On the outside, over the horizon, it looks like just another day has started. But as a portal opens and two team members come creeping back in around 9:30 a.m.,
We are all awake.
Oh, yikes. Okay.
trying to make it back before that
it hurt to go
11
back into
a.m.
my
call
room?
time.
I mean, did you specify where it was supposed to go? Did you
Dang
specify with, no, but did you specify with Lazy?
GM intrusion.
We're like
You are so valid.
we're like the parents sitting on the couch. We're like, do you know what time it is? Like,
Oh, there are burned orsini waffles.
Oh no!
That you're supposed to be back home by curfew, and you got caught.
Curfew was 11. We're home early. Thank you very much.
Oh, actual orsinis have curfews. Lacey just has burnt waffles.
Oh yeah.
I tried. Attempts were made. There's
Yeah,
different on
so
it.
where do y'all teleport
Stupid,
back
sleepy
into?
smiles.
We come. I carry you on the way back.
Yeah, thank you. Hi.
Where do y'all teleport back into the room?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We're not.
oh man.
I'm mostly just asking how that was
I mean, I
coordinated.
imagine it was. There are now voices in the room now.
If you want to make that a real intrusion, we'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it.
You
Up
know
to
we
you.
will.
No, because I'm only allowed so many intrusions per game, and
Are you? Make this be
technically,
mine.
yes. It is encouraged that only, depending on how many the size of the group, it is encouraged that only 3 times per game should be.
Oh, I thought it was one per person.
Yeah.
It used to be, but I started realizing that y'all roll ones often enough that I don't need to. I'm just,
Personally attacked.
just saying, it's all about balance in the game.
Yeah, I mean, look. Sooner or later, you're coming into the common area.
Yes.
Like, it's an inevitability.
Gonna
Good
pick a
news
piece
is
of
I'll
glass
probably
out
just
of
be
your
working.
hand.
Yeah, Dr. Patel looks like, man, my friend Don described this to me once because he used to be a driver on a Los Angeles class nuclear attack sub, and he once described to me what it looked like when somebody who had been up for a couple of days straight finally got some sleep. They looked way worse. And when y'all walk into the room and you see Dr. Patel, it looks like she finally had a good night's sleep because she looks like hell.
Good.
And she's rubbing her eyes, and he's not saying it, but you can see Sal standing in front of her with his meaty hands, which are only capable of putting 2 fingers and a thumb on the outside of the holder, and he's just holding this cup of coffee in front of her, and she's just going, "Did you get me? Well, thank you, Sal. Thank you. That's good. That's good. I'm good." And he just goes, no, holds up another cup, and she goes, no, just one cup is fine, thank you. And she goes,
It's okay, Sal. You could get a couple of cups of coffee ready.
Couple.
Yes. Couple.
2.
Yes.
Okay.
and moves over. The smell of coffee starts filling the room. A few moments later, as Patel moves around, she goes, "Oh my God. Could you put your shirt on, please?" And Kosti immediately sits up and goes, "What? What?" And she just,
You're not wearing a shirt, Kostya. It's making Dr. Patel uncomfortable. Please. put on a shirt.
oh, I thought 11. I thought I had till 11. And goes over, and you see him pick up this fabric shirt and just slide it over his.
Shirts before 11. It's like sleepover rules.
Oh, sorry. Shirts get tangled on tech sometimes when it extrudes from your ribs. So makes keeping shirts intact difficult. Unless it's a tactical shirt, in which case...
It stays in tactical.
Exactly. Except for I haven't worn tactical shirts since sniper training, which was 20 years ago now, I think. Sorry. Is everything okay? Are we waking up early for a reason?
Oh, no, I just had to
Sal.
be up early anyway to get work done.
Okay, so gradually everyone starts filtering into the main room, and it's at this point it's about 9:35, 9:40 in the morning.
We've emerged.
Okay. Patel's rubbing her temples and she's going, okay. Okay, since we're all up,
Burnt waffles. Ooh.
we
I'm
should
in an oversized jelly baby shirt.
we should talk about using the device in Koschi's car to fly over LA and
Find the pockets.
find the things. Yes.
Right.
And,
Knots.
and
Yep.
I remembered.
And if there's not enough room for us in the car, if he can
right.
fly around and then let us know,
Who wants to go?
Lacey can portal.
I should probably go too because it's
can
my
fly.
device.
I
If something happens-
I could fly. You could fly.
Are we gonna once we find them? What's the plan? We're not gonna just
Do you need to bring your rig to that place and use it?
Yeah, but also, are we gonna do that right when we found it, or I guess what I'm saying is I think I need more time.
Okay.
Maybe we can just map them for now, so we know where they are when.
I don't think we have time. I don't know if Anton has time.
What use is it if we go in there and we're not prepared and he dies?
What use is it if we wait until we are and he's gone?
We don't have enough data. We don't know if waiting is a smarter idea. We don't know if doing this is a smarter idea.
And then
We
I'll
just-
take Jerome Blair's data. I want to go take Jerome's data.
You just wheel over to the side of this room where this big computer console's in front of you. A gateway to everything you want, Lacey. Essentially, if it is being stored somewhere, you can access it immediately.
I never put together the gateway thing. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, there are levels to this.
So,
Portals.
yeah. So you activate the computer immediately and start looking through the databases. What is going on?
It's like Windows. Do whatever you want to reach.
We're trying to explain the joke,
Yeah.
but silently.
No, don't. I want the GM wants in on it. I want to know. So, Lacey, again, it's not a role to find a database, but it is going to take some time. So you are going to be digging around through mountains of data and trying to locate where Jerome Blair stored his information, essentially.
Yeah.
It's not impossible. You can totally do this.
Cool.
It's just going
It'll
to
just
take.
take time.
It's going to take a lot. It's sifting. Sifting.
That's perfect. Then we can attack this from multiple angles.
Yep. You can leave part of your consciousness in the computer, and
That's a lot to be doing, so I think I will probably stay here and be on call. But weather team can go do the thing and they'll find other stuff while I'm loading data.
okay.
And if I really need to, I can send myself after you and keep working. But
We've got it.
San Francisco's far.
San Francisco.
What?
Oh.
I mean, waffles.
I will gladly
So, do
eat
you
the
want me
waffles.
to drive then? Who is being in the car with me?
Or Dr. Patel. Maybe Moonlight. We need Moonlight to
Moonlight.
to harness the energy.
Patel says that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Moonlight, are you okay with coming with me and costume? We're just going to go up there and just sort of, scan the city. Is that all right with you? And Moonlight immediately nods. And she goes, okay, great. Well, we can get on that right away. If you guys are good to go. And Kosti says, of course. Stands up. See you later then.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow the car.
Okay.
Oh, we have to get out of the water. Yeah. We could, maybe Lacey could just portal us to the shore. or something.
If you need me
Moonlight can
to.
pilot Amelia.
Oh,
Yeah,
you want
Moonlight
to
can.
Amelia.
Moonlight
Okay.
drives. It is noticeable that Lacey portals themselves with a lot of ease. Because they can just make a them size that closes immediately.
Yeah.
Holding open a portal for a lot of people takes more
It's a bench press.
effort,
Yeah.
one could say.
Yeah.
Hypothetically.
Excellent
So,
to
like,
know.
moving the group is like an 11-point spend.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
I was just gonna through one, but yeah.
Yeah, it's, yep, no.
So we
works
take
out.
Amelia,
It's
we
not
get
the
to
way it works,
surface,
it's how
I
things
fly
get
behind the
flavored.
car. Amelia stays here.
Yep. Perfect.
And I'll have to figure out a way to make my rig, to move it into Amelia, I guess.
Yeah, you could do that.
It's not
we
like
need-
just bloop.
Do we need to do machinery?
Yeah, we need to do.
Portable power source is so easy for you to set up inside. I mean, you could literally plug your rig into Honey Baby and use that as an alternate power source and
perfect.
keep it going.
Oh wow.
Get over your nothing.
Well, that's
You should,
That's
I
gonna
mean,
happen.
yeah, you need to ask them.
Oh yeah. Okay.
They're currently in Amelia Bedelia
Okay.
I heard because it has said so.
because Cass said so.
Said so.
Okay.
Going up the ladder.
Oh, right now everything's happening so quickly.
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
okay. I'll
We're
come in.
basically, unless there's anything else going on, we're going to cut to that
Yep.
scene.
Nope.
Yeah.
We're sifting through data. I have nothing else to do.
Yeah, we stay behind to do these machine and data things.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So Kashi's going to need. So you're going to get Kashi back to his. Actually, Kashi's.
Kashi got here.
Kashi got here. Yeah.
Kashi
So
figured
he's
it out.
So
Car's been up.
So you head up to the to your airship, your docked transport. Inside this cargo hold, which has multiple rows of seats, like a row of seat right down the center, seats on the side, flight deck up in front, a nice big space for a nice big ass war droid that is currently sitting up there. And you are a little amazed at what you see, because when you enter, so first of all, Honey Baby spends a lot of time in the ship. Honey Baby does not like trying to navigate that damn elevator because of Honey Baby's size. So can do it, doesn't like it, and has made that clear. Just decides to stay up in the air in the ship.
I know it bothers me. It bothers me so much. You have no idea how much it bothers me.
Yeah, it's not something
I have
that,
to do complete structural reconfigurations to the base.
yeah, it essentially needs a full on hard line like
I have
weld
plans.
job to fix it.
Access.
Yeah.
Dang it.
However, when you get up into the hold where Honey Baby is, you pause as you're pulling yourself up into the deck, because surrounding you on the walls and scattered across the floor are sheets of paper with drawings, sketches of things that Honey Baby has seen. Some of these things are very mundane looking, like traffic lights and parking meters. But there's a few of Lacey, a profile of Lacey smiling. You see a few sketches of the chickens, a couple of sketches that look like Honey Baby was trying impressionist style with looking at Blue Dolphin Base from the floor of the ocean looking forward. And it's all been done with inkwork and pencils. It's somewhat adept. You can see a gradual improvement, but as you enter and you're looking around at all of this, you see this war droid holding this small drawing utensil, kind of just this little tool, and just very accurately moving this across the page until this green light that single ocular lens like a cyclops just beams up and looks at you and stares at you for a second and says, "Friendly Oya, hello, good morning."
Hello, good morning, Honey Baby.
And again, you're reminded that this war droid not only once tried to kill you as it extends to its full height, this thing is, every time you see Honey Baby, you're reminded of the awesome presence that this creature has as it just and walks over and says, "May I help you up the ladder?"
Sure.
This hand gently closes around your hand and then just lifts you straight up out and then pivots and gently lowers you down by your arm. And you just look up at this thing and says, "How may I assist you, friendly Oya?"
I have a job for you. If you want it. You can...
I accept.
Oh, do you want to hear what it is first?
I am ready to receive the information, friendly Oya.
Okay. So I have this rig, and it's like a really like souped up VR, IR is what I'm calling it now, because interdimensional reality, so VR and IR, and I need it transported. And
You wish me to carry it?
yeah, like
Very well.
can we place it in you?
I would need to see the device first to make sure that it has enough, shall we say, that I have enough mass.
Yeah, I mean, with all the parts separate, we could probably puzzle piece them into you. I would have to rebuild the rig inside of you.
Curious.
Yeah. Yeah, it is curious. I'm sorry.
You see the head just...
It's just weird.
Have you offended me?
I don't know, have I?
He looks down. What is the nature of your apology?
Oh, I meant, I just am super awkward around you.
Awkward. And it seems to process that.
Yep. Do you know what that means?
Your friends at least.
Yes. I have not perceived awkwardness.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Cool.
I am now perceiving awkwardness.
Okay. Yeah. It's I'm sorry. It doesn't yeah.
This hand rests down on your shoulder and says, "Do not worry, friendly Oya, for I too can be awkward." It almost sounds recited. You get the impression that Honey Baby's probably quoting something, and then the hand just pats your shoulder.
I kind of like swoop away from it and look at these drawings. Wow. Did you did these drawings?
That is correct.
They're really nice.
Thank you. The green Oculus just stares at you.
Sorry if you don't come down into the base with us.
The Oculus, you see it angled down a little bit, and Honey Baby says, "I am perceiving the start of a personal conversation. Would you like to sit down?"
Sure.
And moves over to one of these seats. He leans down and pulls the seat out from the wall and situates it for you.
Thank you.
Because it is impossible for Honey Baby to use one of these seats. He turns around and at this point with all the modifications, Honey Baby stands at about 9 feet. And this droid just and pulls its knees up to its chest, and it wraps its arms around and says, "Thank you for your sympathy. What is on your mind, friendly Oya?"
Okay, well, I didn't really grow up with robots around, and the only time I ever saw them was in movies, and to be honest, they were very scary and murdery, and they didn't like humans, and they always got out of control and wrecked a lot of stuff, and I know it was fake, I know it was not real, and I know there are robots like you that are not, I guess what I'm saying is I don't trust you. I wish I did. I know everyone else loves you, and I mean, you're amazing. You're really incredible. You're like a feat of technology and science and consciousness. I don't trust you. I know what you've done. And I'm sorry, that was a violation of your trust, but yeah, I checked and I saw some stuff.
There seems to be the Oculus. You see it kind of twitch as it looks like it's jerked, like moving back and forth, almost like an eye, a human eye might, as it's searching for a memory. Until finally Honey Baby replies, to what exactly are you referring, friendly Oya?
I don't know if you noticed, but I guess a week ago or so, I put my hand on you, and I can like see things that have happened in the past for certain objects. It's like one of the ways I can use my power, and I did that with you, without your permission, which is really crappy. I shouldn't have done that.
And you perceived a past?
Yeah, I saw you doing some really scary stuff.
Friendly Oya, would you say this constitutes a prejudice?
Yeah. Yeah.
I notice you trust Moonlight.
Yeah, I do.
I have on Oculus file Moonlight, once known as Oniko, slaughtering.
Yep. Because, yeah, Moonlight, Oniko was based in humanity, came from flesh, came from a person, and that is a prejudice. You're right, but I just can't help but separate this idea that if you are a consciousness that just is based in technology and is being programmed and influenced by humanity without any... I want to know that you have a moral compass. Do you have a moral compass? Do you know what that is?
Yes.
What
Their
is
name
it?
is Operator Lacey.
That can't be your moral compass all the time. We lost Anton. What if we lose Lacey?
We will not lose Operator Lacey.
You have to find your own moral compass.
I have my own moral compass.
You have to find it within yourself if you're going to be a conscious, living being, which you have every right to be. But you cannot rely on someone else to tell you what's right and what's wrong.
Honey Baby leans back a little bit and begins to stand up, just
Stand up too.
reaches his full height for a second, and he stands there quiet for a moment, and they don't respond for a second. If you didn't know any better, you would say that they're having trouble finding the words, but it seems like they're processing what you said. And the Oculus finally comes back and looks at you. And there's a moment until Honey Baby finally replies, "Was that all you wished to say to me?"
Yeah.
"Thank you for the compliment of my drawings." And he pivots and begins to move back towards the back of the ship. And as it stops, it gets to the end of the ship, and in a very human-like fashion, the head angles a little bit over his shoulder and says, "This is my social cue to dismiss you."
Oh, I get it. I go back down into the chute to go back into the base.
As you begin to get down the ladder, the pivot turns again, and Honey Baby says, "Typically, this is where someone gets in a parting shot. Would you like to take it?"
No, I don't. I don't want to fight with you. I really do want what's best for you.
How can you want what is best for me when you do not trust me?
Those two things can exist at the same time. Weirdly,
Is hope and desire the same?
they can be. They can be wrapped up into one thing.
Then I hope you overcome this.
And I hope you overcome yours resistance to becoming your own person. I guess that was the parting shot.
The two of you regard each other for a moment. And then Honey Baby goes back down and picks up the paper, picks up the pen, and immediately, as though the conversation had never happened, just goes back to sketching. You just hear the pen going across the page.
And go down.
Okay.
I will be searching this file forever. This is my life now. I'm searching.
That was like 8 minutes.
Terribly categorized file system that makes me see. They won't teach it in PhDs. Like, clearly, it's not Jerome Blair.
Lacey.
Because, like, it takes so many PhDs before you could possibly have something this up.
You eventually do come to a file that looks like it's been hidden within a file within a file within a file.
Oh.
It does look like it has.
Sure.
So I need you to. This one, all the files have been encrypted. The final file, however, does have a high level encryption on it of a difficulty of 10.
Okay.
It has been completely sealed and locked down. And it has a 932 digit password.
Wow.
That's a weird number.
It is a weird number. All the characters that line up.
What is that number? 932.
932 character password.
It's not like a usual, like, power 2 sort of thing.
Nope.
It's an interesting number. Gosh, if it's hex encryption. I'll laugh so hard. Okay, I'll expend 4 levels of effort.
Okay. You bring that difficulty level down. They call that easing.
That was, yeah, so that was the ones to...
To bring it to 0?
Yep.
All right, so, by the way, in revised Cypher, they call it easing the difficulty level.
Ooh.
Yes, snazzy new terminology to make it a little easier.
Easier.
Yep. So, Lacey, what you discover as this file opens up, you see it's Jerome's personal files that he kept while he was working at Cassium. It is the jackpot. Jerome apparently hid this in kind of plain sight because no one short of a technopath at your power levels or somebody who had the network of hackers that apparently corporate LA has at its disposal. The security on this file was so great that, I mean, it would have been. I mean, it would literally have been like dropping a metal safe in front of a bunch of people who were in the Cro-Magnon era and just like letting cave people try to break into it.
Breaking the laws of physics.
Yeah, you once again.
A quantum supercomputer would.
You're a quantum supercomputer that basically just snaps this. You drop a difficulty 10 to a 0 because you're tier 5 now, I believe.
Yep.
And you accessing this file, you see some of the doctoral, some of the papers that he wrote, some of the theses that he's written. You see a lot of his research, some of it into medicine research, some of it into a lot of it into genetic manipulation. I mean, you're skimming through all of it.
Transferring to an air-gapped computer and then to a printer.
Okay.
Hard
copies. You start pulling all of it and just... So as you are transferring all of this and the data is flowing through you, yes, you do come across these multiple PhDs. They're all, almost all of them are honorary PhDs from multiple universities. And you also, I will also point out that you find references in his papers, in some of his correspondence to these universities, where he flat out disparages them for even contacting him. There is...
Wait, like an imposter syndrome boy?
It's more of like, why do I need your paper to be told that I'm brilliant? Why?
I don't like him. I don't like him.
Amazing.
It's more of just like, but here's the thing, Lacey.
PhD bag.
Lacey, here's the thing though. As you are transferring a lot of this data, you are getting a sinking feeling as you're reading a lot of his conclusions, his theories, and some of the things that he's working with. You are starting to actually, more than anybody else, I'll give you this, Lacey. You would have the impression from reading all of this material as it's coming through that it was supposed to be inaccessible. He is a very dangerous genius for sure. I know that this is something that the group is aware of from encountering him. You're getting a look at how his mind works, and he's brilliant. Some of the conclusions that he's drawing about genetic manipulation and the crossing of multiple scientific fields is Patel would be stumped reading some of the papers that he's written.
Well,
I mean, it's different.
I know.
I think you
I'm putting it
understand
away.
the what I'm saying.
Order of magnitude of intelligence. Sort
Yes,
of thing.
you kind of get the impression that that whatever dosage that he may have gotten of the Callisto energy source may have actually played a little bit of a role here, because he is displaying a certain cognitive level of understanding that is very on par with you.
It doesn't do that.
What doesn't do that? What doesn't do that?
Callisto 6?
Callisto 6?
Does it do that?
Callisto 6 energy? I don't know what you're asking me.
Lacey's having figuring. Callisto 6 energy alters, like, brain cognitive capacity. Cool, it's fine.
It would have to, because your brain would explode from the data that you store in it just naturally. Although the human brain obviously has like that incredible capacity to store more data than just about anything on the planet.
That's really
as you're sifting through it, you were getting the idea. You were getting. I'm basically telling you, you're getting the impression that he's more than just a mastermind. This is somebody who has obviously been enhanced intellectually from his exposure to the energy source.
So I'm pulling. Do I have access from this folder to all of his Cassium notes and all of that line of research, or is this just his personal?
You're getting the impression it's not all of his notes, but it looks like it's the notes that he saved that he wanted to keep, the important notes that were important to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're getting. You're getting the basic blueprints too behind Anton's suit.
Would have had to, because it was the prototype.
He was one of the founders of the prototype of that suit. So you
learn a lot about the materials. Okay. Nope. Yep. Put it away.
What you're getting in a snapshot of as we move forward. What you're getting a snapshot though, Lacey, is judging from all of this research, you are definitely getting an idea once again of how long they have been studying the Callisto energy, because a lot of the notes that he has are based on notes that have been from previous researchers from previous generations who've been working through corporate LA.
How much of the C5 stuff directly involves Patel?
You do see mention of Dr. Patel.
Yeah.
Patel doesn't seem to be connected to C5. It looks like Patel was brought in to stabilize patients who were suffering from C5. And what you're getting from Jerome's notes is Jerome looks down on Patel.
Of course.
Finds that making the patients feel better is certainly helpful to keep the stress levels down so that they can be properly manipulated, but for the most part is something of an inept scientist and not worthy of the coat that she wears in the lab.
Okay. I'm going to be studying all of these notes, but before I disconnect, I want to swap all of the text in this hard drive with text from plagiarized undergrad papers that you buy on a website for term papers. All of them. Every single file
Academia
he has with the most mediocre scholarships there has ever been.
Okay, you fuck with the file.
Yes.
It takes about 5 minutes. It takes about 5 minutes to move at the speed of your thought to do that.
Hang on. I'll have this ready in a minute. I'm doing very important work right now. And you can see buytermpapers.com on this big monitor.
Take your time eating every burned waffle because I owe you so much.
It takes a few moments, but you manage to complete this trolling aspect, and as you get it underway, immediately as these research notes begin to pop up, you all start seeing what Lacey is seeing as it's flying through the screen, and immediately, Lacey, you stop and snatch one of these files because it jumps out at you. All of you see this information flying past this big computer screen, and it slows down, and you see a map of LA. It's more than just the points of power of coalescing Callisto 6 energy. Again, Jerome has been able to, without the use of a machine, predict based off of the information that he has, according to his notes, successfully predicted whereabouts of coalescing Callisto 6 energy would form. And he's used that to enhance Duke and Synapse and himself. However, there are notes saying that he wants Patel's research badly because the instability is not being, at that time, was not being moved. But the big thing is not only are you seeing all the waypoints on this map, Lacey, but all of you see something you've never seen before. You see corporate LA in its skeletal form. You see those spires. And it occurs to you, for so long, you always kind of criticized how these 4 corporations built themselves in the middle of downtown LA and the positions that they were in, the way they were spread out across the plaza, how ridiculous it was that these were so localized, facing each other the way they were. On the surface, you see the pretension of it all, just these ungodly monoliths to greed and power, but underneath tells a different story. Because you see these structures are joined about 17 miles below the surface. There is an entire internal structure going all the way down. Corporate LA, underneath the crust, underneath the surface of Los Angeles, there is what looks like a huge network that is combined, all 4 of those buildings. And if you didn't know any better, you would say that these are designed to harness energy and focus it in one point, like a big satellite dish of some kind. You start immediately getting the impression that the 4 positions of these buildings, the shape of the dugout underneath this huge network, but also the skeletal structure that you see of the technology that is inside, it looks like the 4 buildings. Just as you're all watching this, you can see Lacey kind of playing with it and getting a better view because your imagination is coming to life as you sit back and you realize those 4 buildings, miraculously, are in the dead center of all of these knots of Callisto 6 energy that have started to appear. And it looks like, if you didn't know any better, Lacey, it looks like whatever that downtown LA really is, it instinctively, you just exhale the word as you're thinking it, gateway. And that's where we have to stop. The secrets of corporate LA have been revealed today.
Whoa.
Cool. It's fine. Everything's fine.
He's a conductor!
You found the Hellmouth. Congratulations.
We did it! Here we go, Scooby-Doo. We did it.
Yeah. And then we're 2 episodes away from the end of the season, so I'm sure this isn't ominous in any way.
No!
But what a great game tonight, you guys. It was good to be back playing again.
Wonderful date. Thank you for letting us go on the date with you.
The best date.
I'm breaking the wall.
Yes. Do the wall.
Break the wall.
Break the wall and the
Break the wall. Break the wall. Meanwhile, up in the dropship, Honey Baby is going, You watch your moral compass.
Was that Honey Baby's first fight? Like,
I don't think Honey Baby would be aware if that was a fight at all. Honey
I don't
Baby's
think
probably
it was
just
a fight. It was more of a.
That was a friendship fight.
Intense
that was a friendship
discussion.
fight.
Yeah.
That was a friendship fight, though.
Sam and I get into those all the time.
It's okay to call it what it is.
You still have all of the limbs that you started with.
It's true.
So not that kind of fight.
We're friends.
That we know.
Toes?
What's
Altercation.
behind?
But limbs. So
Disagreement.
that'll do for us tonight. We will definitely see you back next Friday night. Thank you again, as always, so much for joining us tonight on our little journey through Los Angeles 2120. It is such a pleasure to run this game. It has been such a pleasure the past few seasons to continue playing. I'm sad that we're coming to the end of the season. But I'm really excited to see what you guys are going to be up to, because at this point, with the information, I've just kind of thrown it out there, and y'all are taking initiative, and I'm already getting a sense we're going to save Anton. Right? Is that the goal?
No question. There's
That's
no
the goal?
question.
That's
That's
always
the goal?
been the goal. since
That's always been
he
the
was
goal.
gone.
Are you kidding
All
me?
right.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Are you kidding
Bring
me?
him back.
Bring Anton home.
So
His butt.
Piece of funnel
fix
cake.
his butt. We will see you next Friday night. Until then, everyone, as always, stay whimsical.